cars all the time. He started with a car that somebody gave him, and he traded it like a bunch of different times until he got to a supercar. And the way he got the supercar was he traded somehow he got a hold of a Mustang, a '67, was in really good shape, whatever it is, and he got that car. Once he got that car, then he traded that car to somebody in Dubai because it was a white car, and he knew that they'd want it, and he traded it to them, and he got I can't remember what the Porsche was, but he got some super high end Porsche out of one of those junkyards that he was just talking about. That
Jared.
Yeah.
Oh, I turned
Just talking
McLaren? Or Lamborghini? I said
I think
Aventador.
he ended up with
and
a Porsche. The Porsche he ended up was like a 944, but it was like I don't know. It was some crazy car.
Give me a Tesla, pure American steel right there.
There's a lot of dealerships here in Kansas City.
A lot of people buying them.
Tesla dealerships?
Uh-huh.
I have yet to see a Tesla truck. I would like to see one of those things on the road.
Cybertruck or whatever.
Yeah, I'm waiting for those things to come out onto the road.
They're not-
I think that'd be pretty neat to see. I've seen plenty. I mean, there's not a ton, but I mean, there's plenty of Teslas in Springfield. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for
The
those
truck to
things to
see.
come out
The
onto
truck
the
to see
road.
would be the new.
That'd be pretty neat to see. I've seen plenty.
Bronco.
I mean, there's. Yeah,
I
they
really
have
like
a couple different stages of the Bronco.
Yeah,
too.
just like two or three trims, I think.
Mhm.
Maybe 21, and three different builds.
Pretty sure three
Wayne,
pretty different
Wayne's
prices.
bought one, Christian. He put his money down as soon as they said it was coming out and had a picture of it. He went and put an order in for one, put a deposit on it.
Seems crazy to me, but that's probably a safe purchase.
It'll be worth some money. He'd probably drive it for 5 years and then sell it for more money. One of those deals.
Mm-hmm.
Is my audio coming through better now? About the same.
No. I don't think we'll see Cybertruck till fall.
Does it sound different now?
You do sound different now.
Okay, this is what I'm going with.
I just feel like someone's gonna have it, and they're like, "Oh, come on, guys, just test it. Throw rocks at my window.
Different now.
It's not gonna break."
You do sound different now.
Okay, this is what I'm
I
going
get two
with.
people at my work that have their pre-orders. See if
I just feel like someone's gonna have it, and they're like, "Oh, come on, guys, just test it. Throw rocks at my window.
Different now.
It's not gonna break."
Pre-orders for
You
the
sound different.
Cybertruck?
Okay,
Yeah.
this is what I'm
I
going
get two
with.
people at my work that have their pre-orders. See if
I just feel like someone's gonna have it, and they're like,
Josh,
"Oh,
will you get
come
the
on, guys,
Tesla
just test
work
it. Throw
van
rocks
when
at
it
my
comes
window.
out? Different now.
It's not gonna break."
Pre-orders for
You
the
sound
Cybertruck?
Okay,
Yeah.
this is what
I
I'm
get
going
two people at my work that have their pre-orders.
I just feel like
You
someone's
can take a
gonna
nap
have
on
it,
your
they're like,
way
"Oh,
to
come
the
on, guys,
next
just
work.
test it.
The
Throw
next
rocks
with.
at
job
my
site.
window.
Different
It's
now.
not gonna break."
Pre-orders
I
for
don't-
the Cybertruck?
I don't need to pay
This is what I'm
I get two people at my work
$150,000
that have
for
their
a
pre-orders.
work van.
You can,
just feel like
you
someone
can
could
take a
be
nap on your
like,
way
"Oh,
to the
come on,
next
guys,
work.
What do you think of those
Different now.
those Mercedes?
Pre-orders
I don't-
for the Cybertruck?
I don't need to pay
Yeah.
$150,000. I know that I don't really have any opinion on it because I have
What do you think of those
like to
those
test.
Mercedes?
But Danny, who owns Conley, he
I know
switched
that
all of his vans over
I don't really have any
to those
What do
Mercedes,
you think of those? Yeah.
and he hated every single one of them.
Oh
And
really?
He got rid of them, and now he has the Ford version.
Yeah. I know
So-
several people who drive that Mercedes. They love it.
So the brake system on every single one of them went out on his, and he had to pay a ton of money for the brakes. They're more expensive to work on because they're a diesel and they're a Mercedes, and they just didn't last very long. Like he hated them. He absolutely hated them.
Huh. Well, those are all good reasons to hate him if that's how it really ended up.
Yeah, I mean
So I don't need like specific examples, but I feel like I've read about like how they are pretty great. I mean, I see even they're using for emergency vehicles. I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing that people that I know said about them too. Is that they're just loads of room, and actually you say, oh, it's a Mercedes, but really they're not expensive to start with. I mean, it's a very reasonable price vehicle for what it's supposed to do. It surprised me too that he had a problem with all the brakes. He didn't say something. Maybe, they could have. There'd have been a problem for like all of them, if he'd gone there, or maybe he had them overloaded and then all the brakes did it. He put too much plumbing supply stuff inside them and they weighed too much or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't have any real life experience with them.
Right.
But I do know that he's had hundreds of work vans, and he flat out will never own them again. And he went.
Well, that's
he went
interesting.
he went to the Ford version of them.
Yeah.
Christian,
So-
we need to have a sideshow car talk.
Oh yeah.
No. Yes.
I guess I'm not sure what you're saying. Like the show we were talking about a second ago, or
We'll do a side stream about car talk right before.
yeah, just you and me. I got you. I'll have to design all the elements and everything for that too. Make a new channel.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Well, what do you want to know? Just ask me. I'll tell you.
See, there you go. He'll tell you the mechanical side.
I'll just say that looks cool. That one's cool.
Why would
Josh,
you
what do
spend-
think about the what do you think about the El Caminos?
Have they
I love El Caminos.
have they come out with a new El Camino?
I feel that they should.
Oh.
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't have made any more past like 68.
That's what I was about to say. No, the El Camino, it was cool. It was pretty cool in its early days, and they rode that horse into the ground.
It was cool while it was on a piece of paper. It wasn't a car or a truck. Didn't do either one of the things very well.
Hey, it's like driving a
Howard,
mullet.
badass.
That's all it is.
I get it from the standpoint that it's cool looking or it's cool interesting, but it was supposed to be like this extra utility thing, and instead it didn't do anything right.
Well,
Yeah.
I think this is it for tonight. I don't think Will or Sierra are going to join us, but we can get started with the fun facts.
Sure.
So sorry, no new newspaper. Didn't have time to make a new one, but
Is
I
the
think-
stream up?
the stream is up, and here in a minute I'm going to cast through Discord the sort of board game simulator, so we can do the physical pieces or whatever again, and get a little
Cool.
bit of a physical reference. So you don't have to have the stream pulled up if you don't want, but you're welcome to put it on mute and run it in the background or something.
Oh, thank you for saying mute.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is yours not on mute?
Wasn't.
Wow. Horrible mic etiquette. Seeing as Jared has such poor mic etiquette, how about you go first on the surprise question? Getting to know Tyrell, your character.
Okay.
What, in your mind, would make the perfect pet for Tyrell?
Ooh. Honestly, anything that's a really good scavenger and has probably at least some. If it can have opposable thumbs, yeah, I'm gonna have to say like a chimpanzee, because he can ride along with me, and then if I need to find something, I can file. There's a pile of rubbish over there. I'll be like, hey, chimpanzee, go find the medallion.
Would this chimpanzee have a name, or would you just refer to it as chimpanzee?
I think I would call him
Clyde.
Z.
Sorry, I just heard Clyde. What did you say?
That's the name now. That's more fun.
Okay. Clyde the chimpanzee.
Haven't you ever seen Any Which Way But Loose with
I've heard
Clint
this.
Eastwood?
I have not, no.
Oh, he has a pet orangutan in that, and its name is Clyde. And he tells it all the time. Clyde, go junk that car. the orangutan
Too
goes
much
over,
to live up to.
rips
Okay.
apart the
Yeah,
car.
I mean,
that's-
orangutans
yeah, no.
aren't they a lot smarter than chimpanzees?
I don't know about that. In Planet of the Apes, the chimpanzees were the doctors, I guess. The
And that's a
orangutans were the
scientific
politicians. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
was a documentary.
yeah, we all know that's credible source, so we'll we'll move on from there.
Get your hands off me.
Oh, the little card things don't work anymore. That's okay. Let's see, Kobe. How about Billy? What would be the perfect pet for Billy? I know you already got some.
Billy
pets.
already has the perfect pet. It's a crow. His name is
It's
Coconut.
Very true.
And he brings me crow eggs every once in a while, and it's a nice little snack.
If you had, and this is hypothetical, if something ever happened to Crow,
Coconut.
your Crow,
Yes.
what would be your next pet? Would it be another crow, or would it be, something? I don't know. Is that something you even want to think about, or?
If I had to have another pet, it would probably be, a hedgehog, just because they're so useful.
They go really fast.
No, I useful emotionally. I feel like I could really, pour my soul into like a little hedgehog. He won't do anything, and the maintenance. I mean, just to get him going, it's probably going to suck. But emotionally, I feel like that it would probably be a good choice there. As far as a name for an emotional hedgehog, I'd probably name him Dr. Pickles.
Dr. Pickles, wow.
Yeah.
Definitely a step up from Mr. Pickles. Have you ever heard of the hedgehog condition? Like you're afraid to, let others close to you because the closer they get, the more in danger they are from the prickles on your spines.
Yeah, Billy's not an animal rights activist in any way. I'm sorry. You can only pick so many things to support. I mean, he can say, "Hey, yeah, that's great. Well, you guys should look into that." It's just not something he has the time or energy, devote,
Gotcha.
his resources into at this point in his life. So,
Understood.
no.
Well, Cameron, how about Ranger Steve? What would be the perfect pet? I know you used to have, I don't know, you could really call him a pet as much as a partner in crime or like a battle animal.
Life partner.
Yeah. Judy was more of a best friend than I suppose a pet. I think, just the best pet would be just a really good-natured, good boy, good dog.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you finished that sentence because what breed of dog?
Human.
Not really a specific breed, maybe a mutt, something that can, hopefully like a dark black color kind of matches my get up.
Stealthy. Well, you'd be really
Yeah.
screwed though if you guys ever went in, like snow or something.
Human
Yeah, I
shepherd.
know. We don't like the snow anyways, it's fine.
Wasn't Judy a woolly mammoth?
Well, yeah, but we were in the jungle, so it didn't really matter.
I would have sworn, I guess, they're jungle woolly mammoths. I did not realize.
Oh, yeah, no. Perfect
Okay.
camouflage.
I just always put them in like a Arctic sort of setting.
When they're in the jungle, they call them elephants.
Furry elephants in the jungle. Stalker. Adam, how about you? What would Stalker's ideal pet be?
A falcon.
Like a peregrine falcon?
Oh,
Yeah.
just a step down from a crow.
Just a step down, and I'd name him Coconut.
Oh, wouldn't that get
It's
confusing?
It's a good name for the ornithological species there. So
Is there something specific you would have your peregrine falcon do, or just
Oh, it just would be on the scout for us. It would, it could, it'd send it up. It'd be like a drone, just fly up and then come back and tell us what it saw,
So it's a talking peregrine falcon.
or at least it could communicate. Maybe it would be telepathic.
Whoa. Well, now
Maybe
you've opened up the floodgates, the possibilities of telepathic pets. Suddenly, I feel like everybody else probably wants to redo their answer.
No, I'm still good. Still good with
Okay.
the emotional hedgehog and just my regular crow.
You ever heard of the Robotnik condition? It's where you've got an inordinate number of orange hairs growing out of your nose.
In a long mustache. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have heard of that one. Josh, how about Tug? What's the perfect pet for Tug?
Well,
Is it a raccoon? Because I've about had it with the raccoons.
Trash panda.
That raccoon's been falling for a while. You might need to adopt it.
Do you have a problem with raccoons at the house?
Yeah, he's got a mean one living with him.
It's probably not so mean if you don't squeeze it all the time.
it just wants to be loved.
That's definitely the
sound good.
sound it's making. Is I want
Yeah.
to be loved. Yes.
Yeah, it's saying stop.
I'm gonna have to say that a duck-billed platypus would probably have to be my ideal pet.
So it could poison people.
Do they have the
Yeah.
ability to poison?
I don't think they can poison things.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I
Well,
think if you ate them, they might be poisonous.
right. Yeah, but I mean,
Does it shoot venom out of its eyes?
if he can have a telepathic peregrine falcon, I just figured that
Oh,
you could
well,
have
by all means.
a
Then.
platypus with functioning,
Right,
venom
I'm
or
not-
whatever.
Venom
I'm
glands.
not gonna argue it. I'm all for it. Yeah, I've got a poisonous duck-billed platypus.
There you go.
Wow, now that we've introduced the idea of poisoning, I'm going to do mine over.
You could order the Kuatoa to go get a pet during your prayer session that we're about to start in.
That is very true.
And,
That'd be great. Everybody must have a pet.
His name is Platt.
Very original.
Is that short for something?
Platypus.
The platypus. Okay. Very.
It's a good thing you chose the first half to the name.
Oh, they're not poisonous. They're venomous.
Yeah, I corrected myself to venom the second time around, but
Oh.
I couldn't remember. It was one of the two, so I still got it wrong the first time. But
How does it secrete the venom?
I don't think it
Wait, are you-
does. I think it's
Are you saying that they're actually venomous?
yeah. Well, I wouldn't just
I didn't.
pull that off the top of my head. Like it's
Yeah.
it's based in reality.
He said
I didn't-
poisonous first, which is
I know
different,
that.
but
Right.
looks like they are venomous.
Venomous.
How do they have fangs?
It's
That's
like
what I
a
said, how
it's
do
like
they
a duck.
secrete the
It's like a
venom?
duck bill. It has like
It says they
ridges.
have their spurs. Their spurs will get you.
Ah,
Damn right they will. Platt don't take no shit from nobody.
I love how you're like I'm almost believing that you actually do have a pet platypus now. Like I was just asking, what would be your ideal animal, but you're speaking about Platt like he's existed for some time.
Well, I mean, I don't have to share my whole life with all of you strangers.
I suppose that's true. But we can move on to the game now. So yes, last time we left you guys, Tug had settled down at the bottom of the lightly desecrated pond of the nymph to contact his Kuatoa people back in the Trident or Frog Spear. From the headlines in the newspaper, we knew that they were met with a little bit of caution from the local people, but no violence had broken out yet. So we can pick up there, Tug, if you'd like to reach out.
Yeah, I'm reaching. I am.
Who are you trying to reach here?
Okay, I gotta reach out to my homeboy.
Hewick, the right
Yeah.
claw of Blibdoopulip?
Oh yeah.
All right, so Tell me how you reach out and what you ask him.
Hewitt. Hewitt.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Uh,
Are
How
we
you-
echoing? Echoing?
no more echoing.
Yes, Lord.
What's up, Hewitt? How we doing? Fill me in.
Sir, your knees are completed. Your
So
great, supple knees, fleshy and blue.
I'm getting bad reception.
Is the water you're in salt water?
Yeah, no, it could be.
I sense a tinge. Our minds are connected. Almost maybe a bit of urine in your pond.
Yeah. No, it's probably poo. If I was to imagine. I'm probably going to have a talk with someone when I get done with this conversation.
What else would you like to know, Lord?
How's the people doing?
The people across the river?
No, my people. How are the Kuatoa?
The Kuatoa are excellent. We work day and night.
Day and night.
Day and
Good.
night.
Good.
We
How
do
are
not
Can you work in
rest.
the day?
That's hey.
Did I hear someone? Did I hear
Are we
someone?
Blah 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 blah.
This reception, we must be picking up some other guy.
Is there another
Other
Blib do
gods.
pull up?
There's even one.
Not in this universe.
But there are multiple universes and Blib do pull ups?
Listen, back to the working day and night. How are we working at daytime? What's going on now? Did we break the code? We able to sustain sunlight?
Yes, sir. It's something called cloaks.
Yes, that's right. I told you about the cloaks, didn't I?
Yes.
Are you broadcasting the thing? The,
On YouTube, yeah.
oh, I was looking for your link in the.
I didn't post one in the. You just had to look it up.
On YouTube.
You
Yeah.
go to pewdiepie.com.
Yeah, you'll get very different videos there.
Mine looks like the same thing it was last week.
What?
If you type into YouTube THEXP, THEXP, it should come up and you
Okay.
click on it and there should be a live stream running with this right now. But you'll have to put it on mute because otherwise you'll get the maddening cacophony of voices overlapping. Was that blueberry wine, Lord?
Yeah, it sure is.
You drink your own blood? I'm sorry, I did not mean to ask prying questions. I'm here to answer your questions. Do you have any more for me, Lord?
Good. So the cloaks are working. That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yes, we have doubled productivity now that we can work in the sunlight.
That is great. That's awesome.
The people keep their distance from us. They
I was
have
at-
built crude structures and patrolled the shores of the other banks, but they have not been aggressive. Some are even willing to trade with us.
That's good. That's what I mainly was wanting to talk to you about. I know that the people have been hesitant to accept y'all, but just as you are growing and letting past actions be in the past, they will come to accept you into their culture, and you just have to stay vigilant and work to show that you're here to better everyone's lives.
Should we go and greet them?
You might get a small crap. What's the word I'm looking for?
Offering?
No, not diplomat. What's the word? What's the word when you send somebody into the other?
A spy.
Ambassador.
spot.
Ambassador, thanks. Yeah. You might appoint.
Yeah, this is the voice of Helm helping out over here.
Yeah. you might appoint an ambassador to greet those who are willing to be greeted.
Who shall be your ambassador?
Well, I mean, who would you recommend? You're the right claw.
I will assign someone. Do not worry.
Someone who's calm, cool-headed. Chris, you guys can't. Are you guys able to speak?
Is that a necessary skill of the ambassador?
Well, I'm just wondering if you can do it yet.
If they must speak common, I will find someone. I did not know that was a requirement of the ambassador. What other requirements must a good ambassador have?
Level-headed.
Most of our heads are rather ridged.
A calm nature, and someone who's very thorough thinking. I don't know. These are big words that I don't know.
Thorough thinking.
What? Come on.
I've got that down.
You guys have been talking to me the whole fucking time. Now you're just leaving me out your thing.
Do not worry, sir. The archpriest is writing down everything you speak as you say it.
I believe he is.
He better be.
He knows what will happen if he doesn't.
Yeah. Poor last guy got to dance, and that was the end of it. Yeah.
Is there anything else pressing? I hate to hang up on you, Lord, but we have much work to do, and the Kuatoa, without my guidance, are not as productive.
When's the last time everybody got a day off?
A day off?
Yeah.
Explain.
A day where they get to be with their family and do something that they may just like.
They work with their family day in and day out.
Yeah, but like something that's not work. Like if you did not have work, what would you do?
Praise Blibdoopulip.
Okay.
Consume of the flesh and the blood of Blibdoopulip.
Okay, well we're gonna add in here. You need to work. You guys get to work 5 days a week. Then you get 1 day to do what you want, as long as it's in the commandments of Blibdoopulip. And then
they'll just want to do 4 days after this.
we could do.
Ask for 4 tens.
Yeah, we could do 4 tens. If everybody's wanting 4 tens, you could do.
Here.
You could work 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. Then you get 2 days to yourself, and then on the 3rd day, there's a ceremony in the beginning to worship Blibdoopulip.
I fear I have lost you, Lord, but I think the archpriest has that down.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So 4-day work week, building the shrine to Blibdoopulip, 1 day of freedom within the commandments of Blibdoopulip, and then 1 day of worship of Blibdoopulip.
Yeah, well, and then it's 2 days of free because you're working 4 tens. 4 work days, 2 free days. 3rd day is for Blib.
We will follow Commandment 5. Y'all should have some fun on day 2 of freedom.
There you go.
And we will pursue happiness.
That's what I'm wanting to hear.
We were concerned that we may not be able to fulfill some of the commandments with a 7-day work week.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys were doing a 7-day work week. I feel bad for that.
You have no need to feel bad for us. We
But
are
you're my
happy
children. You're
to
my
be
children.
your children.
All right. Well, how's your children? How are my children? Are they come about yet?
They're developing quite nicely.
So they hatched.
They have hatched. They have
You got
very long tails for their age.
damn right they do.
They are but tadpoles at the moment.
Are they blue? Tell me I got a blue one in there.
They do have the lightest shade of blue, a slight
now
shimmer.
Now you're just saying that to appease me.
I will always appease you.
Okay. Well, I think
It was
we're good.
great talking to you, Blibdoopulip, as always.
I think we're good here. Hey, you stay strong. Let me know if let me know in your prayers if anything's going wrong, whatnot.
Praise Blibdoopulip, wielder of Jane's Bane.
All right. Have a good one.
No, you hang up.
Bye.
All right.
Wait, I gotta address my people real quick.
Okay.
I'm calling out to my people.
You can address them, but collectively they're not going to all answer back.
Well, yeah. I mean, that would probably make my mind melt. Yeah, I'm just calling out to all my people that to continue to have faith. For I am not always with you, but I am. And Hewitt's going to have some messages to pass around. I think it's going to make all y'all pretty happy. And glad the cloaks are working. Glad you're not burning up in the sun. And yeah. Bye.
They will now end all prayers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Do I get a second to like tone in, see if I can pick anything up?
Of your people's emotions? Yeah, I can give you the gist. So they're obviously thrilled to be hearing from you. It seems a little bit more consistent this time. Last time they went, pretty big stretch without knowing if they'd hear from you again. But they, you sense a overwhelming comfort from all of them that you are now keeping tabs on them a little bit more closely. Things are going good. They're not being attacked by the people. They're excited about this idea of 2 days of sort of freedom within the confines of the commandments. And they've, been worshiping you the whole time by building this thing. So production might slow a little bit on the giant statue that they're building, but you get the sense that the Kuatoa people might actually develop, some civilized tendencies. But aside from that,
Did I get a good sleep?
yeah, everybody got a good sleep. You get your spell slots back, your HP fills back up to max, and as sort of a reminder, you guys kind of went back on the trail a little bit to the nymph's pond, so you could take a rest and Tug could contact his Kuatoa people. So ahead of you is the cave that you passed with the self-proclaimed arch-lich, and he tasked you with getting his phylactery back from the Emerald Dragon in the other similar cave. You working on something there?
Me?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Just yeah.
There was like a clicking noise. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
So the cave's in front of you. The giant tree is on the opposite side, sort of where you came from. you know that you have to push deeper into the forest in order to get to the Emerald Dragon. Your little map, which you can see on the live stream there, the next thing after the cave, it looks like, is another tree and some sort of house or something. So,
Can you post the link to Discord?
yes, I can. Bum, bum, bum. Copy. Discord. Paste. There she blows.
Awesome, and we're using that instead of going live.
I'm gonna go live here in a second.
Okay.
But as for right now, you guys are just off of the main trail. I think the main trail, if I remember correctly, is about 12 gnomes wide.
Hey, before we get headed out on our journey, now that we're all rested, I know I'm stretching pretty good. I like the flat ground; it's good for my back. We should, us that have some magic, we have spells. Maybe we should we collaborate on what we should prepare for our journey?
Good idea.
What, like your hand?
What are you doing? I magic a little bit. I've dabbled, of course, musical magic, the magic of lyrics.
Yeah, well, as you know, I have a rope.
Don't recall.
Just the magical rope that he uses every single time.
Did anyone
Oh, the thing that you use instead of attacking. That's the rope. I've seen that one before. I gotcha.
Yeah, the rest of the group's pretty good at attacking. I can use.
What spells are you gonna bring in to face this green dragon?
I got options here. I'm just wondering. What do we think? What should we?
Mind you, the next item on the sort of map is the tree in the house. You don't know where the Emerald Dragon is necessarily. You just know that it's deeper into the forest.
We kind of had a clue from old guy. What was his name? Anybody recall?
Drusk Daru.
Yeah, old Daruk. Old Daruk. He said it. We went that way off to the right the first time. He said it's just off to the left. We just go down the left where we were at. I'm sure we could find that green dragon.
Yeah, he did say it was just past the.
No. I'm sure we'd find him. I mean, we got 2 rangers with us. I'm sure we could, get through a forest pretty easily. Unless you guys, need some, pointers. Tyrell was telling me he could give you guys plenty of pointers. So.
I can tell you, he at least warned us that some enemies we would likely fight once we're there. I mean, this may not even be, it's maybe a little later on, but we should probably still prepare because we may not rest again before we reach here. Enemies to look out for are spiders, skeletons, something I can't read, and not a noxious gas.
Didn't you take your own notes?
Obnoxious?
Obnoxious gas, yeah.
I don't know what the word's supposed to be. I just always isn't it NOXIOU?
Yes.
It's just there's a silent O.
What's
and a
the
silent
word
B.
what's the word that you couldn't read? Can you spell it?
I know which one you can't read.
Starts with the CH. I just assume chupacabras, but
Cheddar.
there's not enough letters.
A cheese wheel.
Cheese wheel might fit.
You either wrote it really bad or I didn't know which one you wrote down because that is not what I thought you were
We should at least prepare for some sort of cheese spread. That could be that's tempting. I mean, I'm gonna stop by.
The more Billy talks about this, the more I think it says cheesy bread.
Could have brought some turtle for the charcuterie board, but
Oh man, you're gonna get me started. We should go back and go get some turtle jerky. Just roast him up on his shell, guys, and you scrape it off the bottom. And that's some nice turtle jerky. He would have wanted us to eat him.
I mean, rotten turtle meat probably isn't good, but if you bring him back to life and then kill him and cook him, it'd probably be a lot fresher.
Woody though?
I don't really want him to come back.
That's totally up to you guys. I mean,
You know,
you can go and help Sib bring him back, or I'm sure those ingredients are still worth something to someone. So
Yeah, black market value is gonna be much more than what that turtle has. We've been on his boat, guys. That barge, he doesn't really have anything. He has a kitchen, and all we found in there was like some sandwiches and some beer. I mean, we can get that really anywhere.
I mean, you guys bought the beer. He had orange slices and bacon, is what you guys had on him.
It's sandwiches and beer.
Turtle's
That's what I
favorite.
said.
So we're not off topic. Yeah.
So Tyrell, since you brought the topic up, what sort of spells you want us to lay out here?
Well, we should probably we each have spells, right? And we shouldn't double up unless we think we really need to. So I was thinking,
mine are trash, so don't think I have good spells.
I think Tyrell, probably you and Tug should collaborate the most.
Okay.
Billy obviously has a lot of powerful spells, but I think I don't know.
Ulterior motives.
No, I just mean I think he's usually got a pretty good set of diversity when it comes to his spells.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was pretty useless against the skeletons. I didn't have a blunt object for a weapon other than my jug of happiness.
Should we find some tree branches?
Is that what you're calling the decanter of endless water now?
Yeah,
I mean, a good tree branch. We could knock somebody with that.
honestly, that's probably the best thing I could have because all I've got.
Does anybody have any magical weapons? Anything saved up, or magical defense, or any of that? Because I'm betting that you're gonna need something besides a tree branch if we're.
I can make your tree branch a magical weapon.
You guys did kind of run into that problem last time with the Archlich. Even when he yielded himself to you to have him be killed, you guys had to kind of think for a second that, oh, we need a magical weapon to do that.
Who is this voice helping us out? I don't think we asked for any help.
I can stop talking. I'm just.
That was so hateful. Like I was all for the help.
I'm just kidding. Give us as much help as you possibly can.
I'm the ghost of Palm. That person who wasn't your friend.
You're not our friend.
Hey, I
hanging
said.
We've been banking on us not writing anything down and winging it from this far. So.
just trying to let you know that's probably not gonna fly anymore.
So, all right. So far, I've heard we need magical weapon abilities, so I'm preparing one of my spells as a magical weapon. I'm also going to do cure wounds because we may run into stuff that we need to cure each other. I can cure somebody. I know you usually do this before the game, but I just thought maybe this would be helpful to talk through it. But
that's something.
Well, it's good that you're thinking now because usually in combat, that's when you get your thinking done. At that time.
Is it either one of the people that's not here who knows about green dragons?
Mr. Pickles knows about dragons. Yes.
I've seen and heard about dragons before. Big guys, but they can shapeshift. This one's supposed to be a shade of green, so we should be on the lookout for something, some sort of hue of green.
Yeah, they're my favorite enemy, so I can't promise you guys that I won't just attack it.
What's your least favorite enemy?
Okay, so I really need the rope.
My least favorite enemy. I don't know. I like pretty much everything besides the fish people and dragons.
As you're deciding what your least favorite enemy is, something rustles in the bushes.
Great.
Get out of here, you goddamn raccoon!
Yeah.
You hear another rustling, and it appears as if it's gone.
I'm gonna spin around to the direction of the wrestling and draw my bow with an arrow. Knocked, just in case something springs at us.
You've got it. Nothing comes out of the bushes, though. It seemed to have scurried off.
I'm gonna go over there and look for tracks. See if I can identify what it was scurried off.
From the looks of the tracks in the bush as you approach, kind of peel back the branches, and best as you can tell is a raccoon.
Does it appear to have gone off in the direction of the cave where the green dragon is?
You don't know if it knows where the green dragon is or not.
Oh darn! I was thinking that I'm pretty sure that the sorcerer we talked to said it was past. Was like the other direction, or it was past where we had already gone.
We got to go past that tree with the nymphs
Right.
in there. Not the nymph. There's that missing kid. We got to leave. It was it was a really surreal experience. We got to go past that tree, up a little ways, take a left. We went right the previous time. We saw Palm there. It was he was drawing some horrid stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna pick up some rocks and put those in my pocket.
Sure. Are these?
I figure I could throw those and distract somebody, make a noise somewhere.
I think you still have pebbles in your pocket from last time.
I threw a couple out. I'm gonna say I have 5 good pebbles. I'm gonna search for that. Do I find 5 pebbles?
Oh yeah, you're near a pond. There's plenty of.
Okay.
They're perfectly smooth.
I picked them up with Tyrell's hand and then put them in my pocket.
So you have your. I imagine you have to use 2 hands in order to really use his hand to pick up. But yeah, you managed to do it.
So
Is
so
there any
I
way
don't
we can
have
make
any
this thing magic?
magical weapons left. I used the one arrow that I had to kill the owlbear.
You said last week we didn't lose arrows.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but that one is a one-time only use.
Right. I also said as long as
gotcha.
it's not a special arrow. Like you have your arrows of slaying or whatever, like orc slaying. Those.
I still don't know what one of them is.
That's
Yeah.
sad
Yeah.
because I gave you gold to buy those.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I got a humanoid. I've got 2 dragons. I think one of them's a creature, and then I don't know what the other one is.
It'll be a mystery.
You're just gonna pull out an arrow, and then all of a sudden Christian's gonna tell you that you shot a special arrow at somebody. It'll be fine.
Yeah, or you're gonna turn it and shoot your special. Are you hoping that it's something good, and instead it turns into a duck or something?
Tyrell, could we do something here with this hand? Make
More-
it kind of like my personal assistant. Is that the type of magic you could do?
I decided to kind of look at him, and I totally forgot that hand was gone. And I want to think about, like, can I go? I'd like just totally ignore him because I want to look for a good sturdy branch or spider web, acorns, stuff like that.
I mean,
What are you trying
there's
to make?
not really any spider webs nearby, but you can scrounge up some acorns.
I'm gonna be practicing tricks where I throw up the hand and like do like a little spin and try to catch it in a different way every time.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity roll to see if you manage to catch the hand when tossed.
Okay. If I fail, I'm gonna keep trying. Just
Of course.
keep at it. That's what you got to do. Let's see here. I am. Oh, yikes! Natural 1.
So you drop the hand and you hear like a light sort of crack noise. And you look and its index finger after the first knuckle is bent at a 45-degree angle.
Oh, I already ruined it. Oh.
I'm gonna-
Man. I'm
gonna-
try to crack it back into place.
Okay, I'm gonna give you HP for this hand of yours. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll to see how much that did. So 2 damage away. We'll say it starts at 10 HP. So you're at 8 HP for the hand.
I should probably try to heal this thing up before we go. It's definitely going to need the extra HP.
What happens to it if it reaches 0? Does it go through David?
It's got to roll destiny.
By dying save?
Yeah, you don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw. I missed that first time, so I'm gonna toss it up again. I can't critically.
Oh
fail
my
twice.
god! Wait. Okay. Now I realize I want to talk to Billy about this.
Okay. So as Billy tosses your hand up in the air a second time, it dawns on you that, oh, that's my hand. So you sort of walk over. Billy, what was your second roll?
It's a total of 11.
Okay, you catch it, but you kind of fumble and you almost drop it, but you manage to keep it off the ground, and you're pretty happy with yourself this time that you got a
I
good
give
couple.
myself a round of applause.
With 3 hands?
Well, one of my hands.
Well, hey Billy, listen. I'm totally stoked that you're having a lot of fun with my old hand here.
I can't believe I found it. It's such a great find.
Sure. What I think we should focus on, what I would like to do, like if this apparently has its own hit points, like it's a living potentially thing. Obviously, not living,
Oh
but
yeah, they were ready to just throw it out. When you see something like this, you don't just toss it out. You put it in your pocket and keep it for later.
Yeah,
That's what I did.
Keep it for later, and that's what I want to see if we can keep this for later, because potentially this could be super handy. This has an opposable thumb.
Hey, I get you. I get you.
Funny.
That's kind of what I'm going for with this. You're pulling the same angle that I am.
Well, if you don't kill it right now, because it looks like you're just kind of throwing it around, we could hold on to this and not literally, but like keep it in safe storage.
I'm already 2 steps ahead of you. We go ahead and set up a booth in the new town, and everybody comes and checks out the hand, and then we do the knife game.
Fallout spells, I'm not against it. What I can do, I'm not at the experience level yet, but what I can do is I can make an object with homunculus abilities. Essentially, we could remotely control this hand to do things for us.
Did you say
I would
monkey
like
ability? You can make it have monkey abilities?
We can essentially control this hand.
Orangutan or chimpanzee?
Now, when you say we, you mean me, right?
It's fine, but I have to, endow it with. It's not sentience necessarily.
And you would do that for me today?
I can't do it today. That's why you'd have to be very careful with it and hold on to it. I can.
All right, I'll watch out for it. I'm gonna put the hand in my pocket, but leave the thumb out of my pocket.
The hand is a little big for your pocket. It gets like the first 3 fingers in, but the pinky and the thumb.
I'm gonna put the middle 3 fingers in and have the pinky and the thumb sticking out of my pocket there. So
Yeah. It's a
all
little
right,
awkward,
so if I need to
but
get acorns to cast a spell on.
Do we want to head down the trail and see if we find better things than acorns, Tyrell?
Yeah, before we go, did everybody check through inventory to see if we had any other magic weapons?
I have an owlbear egg. Let's see here. I have some sleeping potion.
man, I bet you wish that magic voice would speak up.
Oh, magic voice.
Ranger Steve. Ranger Steve and I
Magic
always
voice
split up by
requires an
assuming
apology
so.
before he speaks again.
I apologize.
I don't.
Zordon the Great.
Ay.
I don't have anything special though. No, I've got a red slad gem and 4 horseshoes, iron horseshoes. So if we meaning ghosty ghosts.
Yeah, is there any magical properties in that red slad, Jim?
No, not that we know of yet. You gave it to me.
I'm asking
so
the mystical voice.
You would know that it's worth a pretty penny, and that the slads are from like the void, the chaos. So they're creatures of chaos. They are not of the plane that you currently reside in. So it's a highly sought after item, but you don't know if it's necessarily magical. It is just very different from the things that you know exist in this plane of existence.
So we might be able to negotiate, but we're certainly not fighting the dragon with it.
I guess I could throw it at the dragon if I'm got nothing else. But
it's a pretty trinket, but
I think we should throw one of little man's pebbles before we throw that.
I'm gonna take out that eye that I stole. I'm acquiring body parts.
Yep.
Remember, Or because
Rock
I'm gonna hold it up and see if I can see any magic in it.
Hey Tyrell, do you still have your gem of gravity?
There's a slight glimmer of sheen in the false eye that you have, but it doesn't appear magical. Maybe just sentimental.
Well, okay, good.
Was that a facetious question, or like, is you think like technically magical, but really?
I
Was
mean,
it actually helpful?
There's a god that's just loaded with magical items.
No, I've explained all the stuff that I have.
yeah, I thought this was that we're just talking as we want, so I don't know if he's available.
It's probably
Tug,
beneath
do you have
him.
anything? You got that wand that you keep blowing up stuff with? I saw them butterflies come out that one time. Anything else you got in your pocket?
I mean, I got a few things.
What you got?
What stuff?
Well, let us see. Don't be bashful.
What? Why do you guys? I only have one magical weapon, and it's Jane's Bane. But
What other items do you carry with you?
we had a book that told us about all these magical swords that we never collected.
Yeah,
We have a
right
book.
now. So what else you got?
who'd you give that to?
The skeleton guy took it.
It's a shame.
It is true. He did take it.
That was the book. I didn't think that was the book with all the swords in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that. I wasn't even here when you got that, but that doesn't sound like what he took.
It was like the Book of All Knowing, had lots of stuff in it.
It was a little bit.
And then
But-
Tyrell, he could have lost his other hand, but he gave up after one hand, like a little girl.
Well, wait.
could've had two,
When
though.
we killed he took the book and he was glad he had it and all that. He destiny or the whole thing. But if we killed him, was the book still there? Should we have picked it up?
That's a really good
and left?
question. Yeah, that's a very good question.
Nobody thought to look.
That's pretty. Maybe we should probably go back.
You guys are usually quite looty, constantly checking dead bodies for stuff. But
I thought
to
Well,
save
no,
you some time, you remember that he faded into nothingness. He sort of dissipated.
But he took the book with him.
You don't know if he took the book with him, but you just you know from your last encounter that there wasn't like a physical body left behind. It was just he faded out.
Yeah, he Obi-Wan Kenobi'd us. I wasn't
Exactly.
expecting it.
So after he faded out, do we remember seeing a book?
no.
Because
I'm
even
gonna be
Obi-Wan
honest.
Kenobi left his robe and his lightsaber.
I'm gonna be honest. I found what I was looking for, and after that I was not looking for a book.
Yeah, I thought Billy Banger did check because that's how he found the hand.
Yeah, I grabbed that hand as soon as it went on the ground.
I was
mean,
gonna
you
say
don't
that was right
pass
away.
up- You don't pass
Yeah,
up
that
an
was
item
before
quite
you
like
did.
that. So, I mean, I was checking out. There's a bunch of gunk underneath the nails. Like, I don't get why he's not cleaning off his fingers. We're out here in the wild quite a bit. You got to keep your fingernails clean. That's how you get disease. So I was busy cleaning up those fingernails.
So can we go back and look for the book, or because he faded away, we're saying there's no book?
We don't know unless we go back.
You're
There's no
welcome
book.
to go back. Also, keep in mind that he was afraid the Emerald Dragon may return and find you in.
Yeah, he said the Emerald Dragon knew that he was going to die the moment that we killed him. So they know he's dead and they know where he was at.
Maybe it's
So-
not a good idea because we.
Well, don't we need to fight the dragon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not up
So
here.
what's the point? Why don't we?
Well,
if-
we could stealth that dragon, or I could give him the ballad of the Emerald Dragon in exchange for my life. That way, I don't get killed. That's my go-to.
But if the dragon's there, why don't we go back and we could possibly get the book and kill the dragon?
What's the book? We don't.
What would the
Should
book
we,
show?
should we split up?
No.
Okay.
What's the book showing? We got some swords, but we don't have them. It's going to tell us that they're nowhere near where we're at.
It was Tyrell's dad gave him the book. It's about him being grounded.
I mean, I don't know. The book was supposed to play a pretty big part, and now it's gone. So
I think we'll be okay.
Tyrell has all the information though. He sent it to us, didn't he, or someone did?
I remember most of it.
But that information is lost to you now.
I haven't read it.
You only have your memory.
My memory's pretty good.
I think we'll be all right.
You all
So
remember.
did we sort out? Do we have enough? Do we have enough magic to go and stealth this dragon and go find these? We're trying to find some blueprints, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't need to fight the dragon. I think that's a. I mean.
Well,
Pretty
he
good.
is your favorite enemy.
Yeah, but I mean, I might go in kamikaze style, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna be able to kill it.
Well, that's a good distraction for us to go find the blueprints.
Yeah, so the task is to be sneaky sneaks, and someone distract him. Maybe someone with a song can distract him while the rest of us find some stuffs.
Who likes to sing?
I'm pretty sure Stalker. He sang me a song.
Stalker, yeah, I'm pretty sure
last night.
I've heard him humming. You know.
So from the bushes, you hear another rustling and the thrum of a lute. And you turn around to see the satyr that was with the nymph earlier.
Hey, I'll trade you your loot for this harp that I found.
He sort of squints and looks at the harp, and he recognizes that it's his harp. And he just sort of shakes his head like he already has a lute. He sort of speaks out to you, says, Questog?
Oh yeah, this guy doesn't know English. All right, let's take off.
Yeah, let's go.
Prestad?
We only speak American here.
Man pen. Arogavo man anthedelet.
I'm not a vegan.
I recognize the voice, and I turn around with a gaze of
Loathing. Lust.
With your own eyes.
So as you turn around and he sees you shooting daggers at him, he says, Alel! Drego!
I just give him the finger. I don't blink. I don't break eye contact. Like, just the finger is up.
He just sort of pulls out 2 acorns and holds them up to his eyes and goes, Ego!
I just immediately cast.
I'm gonna try to dive.
Off.
I at least want to dive out of the way if I.
All right, give me your D100 roll.
Where's my dice?
Percentage die and a D10.
$18.
18. What did you get?
I hope we're about to lose Tyrell to another dimension or something.
You grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face.
I'm gonna do this again.
Does he get rid of all the feathers at
I'm
once? or is
taking
it
my
like it
I'm
just-
taking my action. I'm taking
So-
my action and running.
All right, but by the time he sees the poof of feathers sort of shoot out from underneath your giant Blibdoopulip helmet, he is on the ground rolling, laughing, and pointing at you. He does not even care or acknowledge that you're about to cast another spell at him. So go ahead and give me another roll.
After
57.
Ellie and I and the rest of the party dissipate.
Yes,
we-
the rest
we
of
run
you have run away wisely. Yes. For the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flame.
So the whole forest? Oh my god.
Depends if these trees are flammable or not. You know they're magic trees, but
So,
Yeah, they're super.
what if I ran up to him and grabbed him?
that's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch him. I'm gonna reach out and touch him.
All right, you reach out
Whoa.
and touch him, and you make sure to choose the most flammable part of him, which is definitely like his sort of goat's.
Loincloth because you want to have something.
But immediately, the fur on his like legs and sort of on his head ignites into flame, and he sort of gets up and bolts off really quick. And you just hear elvish screaming into the forest. I'll give you my best elvish screaming here, like to the Eren!
Yeah. And fuck you.
So he's gone now.
Four-legged bitch.
He's actually bipedal, but
Yeah, I was about to say. He only has two.
He doesn't even know what a satyr is.
He has 4 legs and 2 arms.
Nope.
He's got hooves for legs, and
That's-
then he's got.
That's like a, what would you call a goat centaur? I guess a goat centaur? I don't know.
Gotar.
Gotar. Yeah. Instead of this menacing presence of a horse body, you just have this puny little goat body. But yeah, it's up to you guys how you want to proceed here. You just and for the record, Josh, until you yourself sneeze, I'm not gonna say that his Tug's feather beard flies off his face. Sorry, explodes off of your face.
It's gonna be real bad if we're trying to stealth something and he just decides to sneeze with the feathers on it.
Wouldn't the feathers maybe cause him to sneeze if one touches his nose?
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep from sneezing.
Just
Can we-
imagine
just-
that gnawing at the back of your
real life.
mind now the rest of the time.
You look like a peacock, but from the front.
Yeah, you look pretty ridiculous now, bud.
Is the sneeze only in real life and not actually, like the,
That's how I'm going to
Send me
have the
a
mechanic
trailer.
work, is if he sneezes in real life, then that's when it happens. Because
I really hope he's on mute when it happens.
It doesn't count.
you're just going to see his mic unmute when you guys are stealthing sometime, and he's just going to come on and be like, guys, I'm sorry.
If a man sneezes in a game, his mic's on mute,
I'm
doesn't make a noise in the forest.
gonna go find Pepper.
You're going to go find Pepper, like, physically,
happen.
right now?
Time bomb's always more fun. Just let it happen.
Yeah, just... Because you'll forget. I'll remember, but you'll forget.
It'll be like 6 weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Tyrell, did you make your magic stick?
You'll be 6 weeks.
No.
Maybe
Hey,
let's touch
Tyrell.
magic stick.
So I also realized when I make a magic weapon, it only lasts for an hour.
So
With
your
my-
rope should have
What
been
happens
gone.
if it lasts for more than 4 hours?
You should. My rope is literally a rope. That's something separate. This spell that
That was a cough, not a sneeze.
What about a yard?
It doesn't count. And you're not affected by the wild magic.
I can make magical weapons with other means, but I'd have to.
Just glad he didn't have to fart.
That would have been more likely, I think. But what Tyrell is saying is he can enchant your items to make them magical when you guys are about to enter combat. But as for doing it right now, it wouldn't make a lot of sense because after an hour passes.
Well, what kind of enchantment can Tyrell put on one of my arrows? Because that's really my ranged attack is the best thing. So can he make it so that it's, I don't know, double the damage or straight and true or something like that? I mean, what kind of thing are we talking about?
With
I don't
truth-telling
know.
arrow.
I don't know, Tyrell. Stalker's over here talking to the wind. What can you do for his arrows?
What?
Who's talking to the wind?
Stalker.
You got all those feathers in your face. You can't see what's going on. Over here. He's talking straight to Tyrell.
he was talking directly to Tyrell.
I didn't know he was talking to Tyrell. I thought he was talking to
No.
I thought he was
Well, it made more sense that way.
Too busy pouring pepper in your face in your kitchen.
Doing lines of pepper in his kitchen.
So this is very basic, and I've got to think about again exactly how this all works. But at a very base value, I can make an enhanced weapon, granting a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it, and the bonus increases to +2 if you reach 10th level. And that's for me. If I reach a 10th level, and that's again, I gotta remember all this.
That's
and then
key.
Do you think we should hunt warthogs in the forest until we reach the 10th level?
I mean, we could try it.
Yeah. I don't need to remind you of the phrase.
It'll actually be like 5 years.
Yeah. I don't need to remind you of the phrase of what all the villagers of Edgewood told you.
You probably do.
You don't?
No, you guys said you write stuff down, right?
No, that was
keep to the trail.
That's
Keep to the path or whatever it was.
The thing about gnome books, gnome-sized notebooks, they're just not a lot of room for paper and pen. I can only keep the essentials on there. So I keep my, the things I need to pray about, my little prayer list.
If only Leonidas were here. I hear Leonidas is a pretty good record keeper.
Mm-hmm.
If only.
Leonidas and Mr. Pickles just appear and disappear. It's crazy.
Yeah, you should really put that into question next time they show up. Just pop into existence. Be like, where are you?
Yeah.
But it's a magical forest. People come and go. I mean, I think each one of you's been lost at some point or another.
Yeah, we did see Palm, and I never saw where he ended up going.
Yeah, he just got sucked up into the ceiling and never saw him again.
That was pretty much the end of it.
So anyways, I think we're more than ready. I mean, we have enough magical items, enough experience, really enough wisdom and, courage between, our group here to go take on this dragon.
Courage goes a long way. It gets a lot of respect from the Emerald Dragon for sure.
But we should run the first time we see him.
All right, if everybody's satisfied, I'm good. Let's rock.
All right, you step out onto the trail and an emerald. No, it's a pretty clear.
He appears before you. Hello. Heard you were talking shit.
But no, the pathway stretches on, ahead of you further down the trail where Vodrusk Daru sort of said the Emerald Dragon is to your left. You still have to cross the sort of trail where you went off the beaten path a little bit to find the mountain, the Dwarven sort of city in ruins. And then to your right is obviously the Dryad's tree where you saw the Dryad's daughter.
Hey, are we still outside that minute? Go touch that tree. Tug.
Last time I had to play a song to get them to come down.
Last time you were there, you just found the child. The child said that the mother was away, and that you learned that the father was Hans from the village that you were tasked with finding, or I guess discovering his whereabouts from his mother.
Yeah, children go missing all the time. It's not really a concern for us.
Right.
Yeah, we should probably keep moving.
I mean,
I'm not
against it. I don't see how these people with a giant tree could help us anyway. So.
Well, are you going left down the trail then?
Yeah, let's go left. Let's just go right past them. Like, I'll wave at them with my third hand and then put it back in my.
As long as left is the not the way we went before, that's what we should do.
Yes, left is the untamed trail ahead of you,
Just
unexplored.
live.
So in Discord,
Oh.
I went live with the.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, so
Are there any,
Man.
are
What
there
trail
any
did you
ponds,
find on Google
small
Earth?
ponds nearby with frogs?
yeah, so this trail it's it's actually Google Maps, and we're just gonna go down a trail together.
Oh, okay.
Where's the little man we can drop on the street level and see what it looks like?
No, but you
Is it in the
guys,
Pacific Northwest. It's very mossy.
you guys continue down the trail. You notice the foot traffic from where you and Palm had your little scrap on the street. At one point, there's still some of his like easels and maybe some scattered paintbrushes on the ground.
Can I get one of those pink flowers from the tree and put that in my hair, behind my ear?
Sure.
Cool.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check, or not dexterity check.
Pain in the ass check.
No. It's a
10.
wisdom check.
Is that a D20 check, Cameron?
D20 wisdom check for me. For survival.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's not gonna be very
Jesus.
good. I get a total of 7.
All right, it's just a flower. It smells like pink lemonade.
All right.
Ooh, I'm gonna put down my pink lemonade flower.
It does look very dashing in your hat. But yeah, you guys can continue on. You can go off to the trail to your left to the cave, or continue onto where your map says there is a giant tree and a house, apparently.
I say
And
we go to
haven't
the
gone
cave.
to this cave yet.
The cave is the one that you explored earlier,
Oh.
the dwarven
Oh.
one.
Oh,
So we can, but they said we just kind of had to continue on the trail from.
oh, so
is
we're
what it
heading
said.
down toward the big tree in the house.
Yeah.
No,
Is it a
Okay.
tree house?
You don't know?
no, it's a tree and a house.
It's a house first and then a tree, but that's just what the map says. And
Tree house. Okay.
right.
Yeah, let's keep going.
So you guys continue on down the trail. Things get a little bit thicker with the woods. It's more dense. The trees are getting a little bit larger. They're getting closer together. It's becoming more of like a hallway almost. The trail is starting to narrow a little bit. You can see what looks like at the sort of distance of the trail as it's narrowing. You see what looks like some sort of stone or rock, but it's kind of hard to tell from this distance. You're probably, I don't know, 250 gnomes from the rock down the trail.
Yeah, I could easily tell that. I want to do a little group check. Count heads right here is see if Tyrell's still with us.
Tyrell?
Did I hear my name?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean sometimes he likes to disappear and
That's a good check.
go
'cause-
invisible. So I just want to make sure he's still with us.
Sounds like it was a,
I'm right.
especially since we're depending on him to turn everything we got into a magic weapon.
Oh, I did remember actually something about that. As long as for enhancing your weapon, I can, as long as you have a simple or a martial weapon, I can create a magic weapon with a +1 bonus to your attack.
Does it say it's magic or it says it's enhanced? Because those are two different things.
That's what I thought too, and that's what I'll keep looking. But like this is saying, what I'm reading in front of me, straight from the D&D wiki dot at least. It's showing enhanced weapon. Item required is a simpler martial weapon. Way infusion. It's an infusion, is what it is.
Okay.
And by infusing it, it says this magic weapon grants a +1
Yeah.
bonus to it.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
From Tobin's Spirit Guide.
But yes.
Tug, what do your feathers tell you?
Are they tickling in the wind? Must
Guess
have
not.
drowned
I
out
like
his voice. No. All right, what do you guys want to do? It doesn't seem like a necessarily menacing rock. It's just a big rock.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean we could ride that sucker for probably miles. The old pioneers used to do it. But I don't know if we get this thing started up. It's been sitting out here for so long, probably.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
We get around the backside. Did somebody spray paint Wolverines on the outside of it?
I guess we'll keep walking towards the rock. That sounds good.
All right. You get a little bit closer, and you can see behind the rock, sort of, there's a enormous tree. It's so wide that with the narrowing sort of aisle of trees and the canopy above, you can't actually see the edge of the tree. The tree trunk is so big behind the rock that it's obstructing what lies beyond. But there is a little bit of a clearing in front of the rock you can see, and some light shining in. It's lighter beyond the archway of the narrowing hallway of trees than it is in the current canopy that you're under. You can approach closer if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Hey,
up to the
Billy,
rock.
throw
Very
a rock-
wary.
Throw a rock into the sunlight.
So
I
you
don't
guys,
think I can make it all the way up there.
approach.
A chair. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
You guys approach, and you step out onto what looks like a village. Giant rock. Giant tree. You can see those arrows, right? I learned how to
Yep.
ping things.
Oh, good. Is there any guards that we see posted in the village? Or anybody walking around?
There's no guards. You do see a couple people just walking around. They sort of, look at you and acknowledge. They kind of give a friendly nod, and some give a little wave.
Well, that's very friendly.
I'm not going to return a response quite yet.
I'll wave back. Is there any reason that none of the houses have roofs on them?
Yes. That way we can see inside when you guys, and if you guys go inside.
Gotcha. So they do. We just.
It's very odd architecture. You've never seen it like before. There's no roofs. They must never get rain, or the tree protects them from the rain.
No.
But they have no need for roofs here.
I turn my
Can we
head.
make it what any of the shops are?
Leonidas and Mr. Pickles are gonna hang out back here. I found a cat for
Which one's
Leonidas.
which?
See, Mr. Pickles.
Yeah, it
I'll
looks
have
like
to
a
make-
real cat, not like a 6-foot tabaxi. That.
Yeah. But this is you
Yeah,
guys,
are any
Ranger
of the buildings
Steve.
labeled? Like we have one that says like the bar, one that says this is the inn.
There don't appear to be your typical wooden signs hanging outside. It just seems to be like a town. You're welcome to explore around if you want.
Would we be able to? If any of the house that's on our map? I mean, is that obvious?
So it doesn't look like any of these are exactly the house, but they all the houses look relatively the same, whether they be a little bit larger or longer. They're all built about the same. They're kind of not necessarily crude structures. They're well built, but they're simple in nature.
Can we get a
design.
perception check to see if if we notice anything that's abnormal or some threatening about this place? Maybe.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a roll. Wisdom modifier. What'd you get?
$17.
All right. So you notice that obviously there's a giant tree. From the looks of the rock in front of it, it appears to be some sort of platform for which somewhat of importance, or maybe people of the town address the entire town. It's a common meeting place. You can tell just by the worn sort of earth around it. From looking at the buildings a little bit closer, you can see there's some sort of temple or church to your left. The vendors are somewhat to your right. There's a tavern on the far side of the town. There's some sort of tough-looking individuals that are coming in and out of this building over here. And like I said, this is the sort of chapel-looking place. You do not know what this building is. You do not know what
that tree is.
what this
what's
tree
that tree
is.
thing that's lit up in the background?
It's a misping on my part.
Since we've been just standing here, like staring at this entire area, does anyone care?
Yes, in fact, someone does
I
care.
care.
God damn if it's Toby.
We've really been scoping this place.
So individual in blue clothing comes up and greetings, travelers. Where are you
Well,
from?
hello. We are the Zoo Warriors Electric Boogaloo too.
I have not heard of you, but I'm sure I would love to hear your stories.
Nah.
Welcome
what's
to the
this
town of
What's this about?
Deepwood.
Deetwood.
Deep.
Deep one.
Deet.
But if you prefer to call it Deet, you are welcome to.
Okay. Deetwood.
That means we won't have many
No
bugs.
ticks here.
He sort of
yeah,
turns. He sort of turns and addresses the crowd, and you see he runs up to the rock, and he stands on top of the rock, and he says,
Very quick.
hear ye, villagers of Deepwood. We shall now be known as Deetwood.
Icky, zip, bing.
So now everybody
I'm
sort
gonna-
of stops what they're
I'm
doing
gonna
and,
give him
and
a
look.
round of applause.
He sort of bows. Thank you, thank you.
Can I
We are
tell
no
if there's any
longer the town
bugs?
named Deep.
What kind of chapel do you have over there?
It is the chapel. Well, funny enough, now it's the chapel of Deetwood.
Oh.
We'll have to
And,
scratch out the name.
Who do you pray to over there?
Why, the tree, of course.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, okay. And the bar? What about that?
Ah, very clever. I appreciate your tastes. If you would like to follow me, I can take you. We have
Is this over to the building where the ruffians were coming out of?
No, other building.
So
Anybody else
These
wanna
were the
get a drink?
ruffians.
We've been out in these
That's
woods
the-
for a little while.
Yeah, I was gonna vote for the ruffians. I'm gonna go. If everybody's going someplace, I'll go follow along.
I'm gonna go to the bar if anybody wants to go.
follow me, good sirs.
Billy.
We're all in the same base. We went right over.
Whee! All right, you guys get hurled into the door. It really
Get out of
does.
the bar as if we were flung in.
It doesn't like when you move things underneath the canopy of the giant tree. So you enter the building here, and you notice. Let me throw out some of the peoples.
Oh, purple guy. I was hoping it was purple guy.
But really, like, since it's named Deetwood now, like, are there bugs around?
No, that's why they changed the name. Keep the bugs away.
Is that what caused it, or they decided like that fits because there are no bugs? Like, that's what I needed.
I guess I'll walk up to the bartender.
All right, you walk right up to the bartender. Apparently, the bar is.
Goodly sir, do you serve any fine spirits here? Alcohol,
Libations?
beer?
We serve cider.
Is this a hard cider, goodly barkeep?
The hardest.
And how much for your hardest of ciders?
How long have you traveled?
Well, I mean, how could anyone really say how long they've traveled? I mean, what's the end of a travel? What's the start? Is it when you make it home? But where is your home if not in the hands of the one who created you?
Take
So,
this one on the
I've been
house
traveling.
and stop talking to me.
Hey guys, they have free drinks.
Just talk a lot.
I'm gonna start drinking my my hard cider.
All right, it's good hard cider.
I'm gonna go sit next to the guys, one of the guys in yellow.
Okay,
I'm gonna go sit next to him and start drinking.
so you sort of plop right down. Whoop! There we go.
Literally.
So you sit down with the two people dressed in yellow, and they sort of give you a nice little head nod, but don't really acknowledge you or anything. They just keep on drinking.
Because I started drinking with a guy carrying an axe.
Well, pretend that axe is a harp. or a mandolin?
Dual
He's
purpose.
got Bud Light.
I'll let the other group go. I've made my action.
All right.
Yeah, I'll walk up and get a cider.
Hello,
much-
traveler.
How much for a cider?
How far have you traveled?
About a penny's distance.
What is a penny?
You know, little bronze coin.
Ah, everything here is wood chips,
Mm.
our local currency.
In that case,
Any specific type of wood? I got plenty.
I'll have the 22-ouncer.
I welcome foreign currency. It's not often we get it here. So you want to give them? What do you want to give them?
Give him some pocket lint. Tell him it's the currency.
I'm gonna get a. I'm gonna
Good
get a
sir?
cider too. I'm gonna get a cider too, and I'm just gonna reach into my little coin bag there and get out about 4 different coins and tell him to pick which one he likes.
I gotcha. He says, "Ah, quick on the draw. Here's your hard cider, sir." And he takes one of the silver coins out of your bag.
And I say, "It comes in pints."
Ranger Steve,
That
what
goddamn
do you want to
raccoon,
give him?
Did it follow us in here?
I'm gonna pull out an arrow and bite off the end of it, spit it out onto the counter.
How unsanitary! Please take your cider and sit down. Refrain from spitting on my tables again.
Yeah, you don't know there could be a pandemic here. Why are you spitting?
All right. I'm gonna go sit next to Billy. Make sure he's
Taking care of
doing
himself.
anything too bad.
I didn't leave after I got my cider. I'm
That's
gonna stay
fine.
at the bar and
That's fine.
ask him what's in that chest there behind the bar.
Why, all of my currency, of course.
Oh, okay.
Why would he tell you that?
Ask him if
Box
you just have it.
It's a box of sawdust. Is that what you
Well, it's
Okay.
not all wood chips. We have had a few travelers over the years. It's hard to keep track, but we don't get many. You're the first in a long time.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about the green dragon.
I don't know anything about a green dragon, but there have been sightings of an emerald one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're looking for green dragon. Sorry to trouble you.
Let's leave.
I'm afraid if you came all this way for a green dragon, you're in for quite a disappointment.
An emerald one will do. What can
We
you tell us
do
about
not
that one?
allow outside food and drink in this establishment.
Sorry, got some popcorn.
What is popcorn?
Man, popcorn sounds good.
What is this popcorn? You're intriguing me.
It's a snack. I'll make you some if you could tell me some about the dragon, emerald or green, whichever you prefer.
Well, there's only the emerald one I can tell you about, but
Okay.
I'm not one for free information. I want a piece of this popcorn.
So I don't know. We look for some grain and see if we have any.
You're
corn or-
eating it, aren't you? Wow. You can't
Oh,
just
sure,
give
well,
me
if I
one?
got it, yeah. Yep, I can give you some of that. Yep, there you go. And I dump out half of my popcorn on the bar so you can taste it.
Good sir. I was not prepared for this generosity. Yeah, ask away of your emerald dragon. While I indulge in this delectable treat.
Buttery and salty, isn't it? Yummy.
Little
So
too much salt, if you ask me, but
Where's the where is the dragon located?
deeper into the forest.
Like continuing the way we came in? Just go out the other side of the village and go?
Yes, but I'm afraid you will need much more than what you appear to have to. I mean, what would compel you to
recommend?
fight an emerald dragon? I would not recommend you to fight an emerald dragon in the first place.
What if we just wanted to distract him and we really didn't think we could kill him? We just needed some time in the cave.
If you are willing to risk your lives, what is so important you must steal?
Actually, I don't know that we're going to steal anything. I think we're helping out a friend who asked us to do something when we get in the cave for him.
That
might
is
steal something if there's something you want.
mighty nice of you to do that for a friend.
That's what the Electric Boogaloo 2 bunch is all about. Mighty nice.
It's catching on. I heard somebody say Electric Boogaloo 2. That's who we are, yellow people.
They just sort of look at you and say, "We're from Deepwood."
Deep.
Where? Yeah. Deep?
So I'm sorry, what?
Reminted.
We're the town of Deepwood, D-E-E-P, Deepwood. Are you saying? Are you saying?
Is the guy in blue still here?
Yes, he is.
Goodly, sir. There is.
Why, yes.
What's the name of this town again?
Why, Deetwood, of course.
There you have it.
They just sort of look at him and say, they turn back to you and say, "We're from Deetwood."
Is there? I'm going to ask the bartender again. Is there anything that he can tell us about the dragon? Unique about the dragon? Anything that would be good to know? Because we've never really encountered one before, and so anything we could learn would be valuable.
I do say if you were to feed him some of this popcorn, he may give you whatever you ask.
Okay.
But
That's
that's
good to
just
know.
personal speculation, too, of course.
Take that with
What's-
a grain of salt.
What's plan B?
As again, less salt would be ideal, but as I said before, I would not go up against a emerald dragon, but there are many vendors here that may be able to sell you products that would be rather beneficial in sneaking up on a dragon or fighting one if you're that crazy.
Where are they at? Which building do they live in?
You come out of this
Sell their wares.
tavern, you go to the left, and there's the barrel vendor, there's the bauble vendor, and then there's the magic chest.
Dragon slaying vendor. Okay.
Magic chest vendor.
Yes, it's quite a gas.
What's the building with all the ruffians?
Ah, the gym.
Okay. Well, do you want any more popcorn?
If you are offering, I will gladly accept.
No. So I dump out even more popcorn on the counter. So
He says, "Here is another cider. Thank you for sharing this wonderful treat."
Legendary. Oh,
How strong are these ciders?
For you, it is not quite as strong as the whiskey that you were having back in the Trident, but one glass is enough to get you a good buzz. It's like right where you kind of want to be. You may be developing a habit at this point with as much as you drink for a gnome.
they outlawed cider in Great Britain for a while.
How dare they?
What's Great Britain?
Yeah, what? What is that?
I don't know. Popcorn.
So what are your guys' names? My name's Billy. This is Ranger Steve. We're the part of the Zoo Warriors Electric Boogaloo 2. I'm sure you've heard of us. We go around saving.
I'm Phil. And I'm Jill.
Are you guys married?
To go to the bar.
No, we're siblings.
Oh.
Peely and Gilly.
Phil
Bill
and
and
Jill. Jill.
Jill, sorry.
Good citizens! As he stands on top of the table, he says, "I here proclaim that Jill is now known as Dill."
I nicely get a hold of the blue guy and I say, "Hey, I'm Deepwood, and there's somebody there named Dill. Since now I know we're in Deetwood, I realize that it's Jill."
He jumps back on the table and says, "People of Deetwood, I doth proclaim that Dill is no longer, but back to her former."
I tell him thank you.
I yell across the room and I ask if they're twins.
They, from the looks of it, they are twins, yes.
Tug likes a good set of twins.
Nothing better than a good set of twins.
So, you guys want to talk some more to people? You want to do some exploring? You want to walk around the tavern? You want to get some more ciders?
I'm gonna finish my cider,
I'm gonna
pick
go
up
to
my popcorn, and go to the gym.
I'm gonna go to the prayer house.
Okay.
I think Tug and Tyrell still need turns.
Yep. That's what I was waiting for. So, what do you want to do while I sort of place them where they're at? So what's up? You guys are still waiting at the tavern door. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Magical chest.
Yep. Okay. Tug's going magical chest.
I'll eventually get to the magical chest. I was gonna stop at the gym, talk to the ruffians.
Get a pump.
So Tug will Tyrell, what do you want to do real quick? Where do you want to be? What do you
Well, I guess I noticed that my entire party is already green.
Yeah.
Left. I was excited. I guess the line was really long because
You just got through the door and we figured we're heading out. We gotta go drink.
I still want to drink. So I'm going up to the bartender.
All right.
Hey, tell him you're with me.
Maybe. I mean,
He was handing out the free drinks to the man who was giving away pop.
Greeting, patron. Can I get you a glass of cider?
cider sounds great.
What do you have in exchange? How long have you been traveling?
Oh, how long have I been traveling? I'd actually like to answer your question with another question.
Ask
is-
away.
What is the longest distance that someone has answered that question you have asked?
There was a gnome just a moment ago that rabbled on about some sort of eternal journey.
No. In terms of,
The response was, I would say, as long as an eternity.
oh man, how about a measurement of distance?
Well, our preferred measure of distance here is leaves, but I don't rather know the longest. I'd say there was a sailor who said he sailed over 5,000 whales to get here. And then I had a question for him as to how he sailed on land.
Did he answer that question?
Was there an answer?
He said a sky ship. Rather particularly interesting fellow, now that you mention it. Captain Dirk?
Well-
Of the sky ship Entrepreneur?
I'm gonna go ahead and notate this real quick if that's all right.
You
Did
should
you have any friends with him?
Jared, you should correct him on the name, just so they have to rechange the guy's name.
Do you have anybody with him wearing a blue shirt? Dr. Stones?
No.
He had
I
a
left it-
teal-colored companion, some sort of first mate named Doc, maybe?
Ooh, McStuffins.
Oh yes, Doc McStuffins. He's from our world.
Wait, I'm missing a joke here.
It's an inside joke. You'll be a part of
You're
it.
you're over at the magic chest. You don't know.
Of all people. Yeah.
I'll tell you all about Captain Dirk here in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. So, what flavors of cider do you have?
The apple kind.
Oh, what colors of apples do you grow in this fine land?
Oh, we don't grow apples.
Where do you get the apples to make the cider?
Travelers?
We don't make the cider.
That's the only way. Okay, yeah. Do you make the cider, or you just have it?
Nope. There's a local brewery.
Where's the local? It's not in your own town.
No, it's in the forest, of course.
How far away?
About 50 leaves to the left.
Okay, when you say leaves, are we thinking leaves of your masterful, majestic, massive tree here, or are there, like standard tree size leaves?
About the size of your foot, I would say.
That's pretty big. All right.
Did you not notice the leaves falling when you came into town?
I was more worried about all the people like staring.
Our large tree in the middle of town provides much benefit to us. It is in eternal molting. It is constantly shedding its leaves and growing more. As long as I have lived here, I've never seen it stop shedding its leaves. The leaves may change color, but constantly they fall. I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
Yeah, I'll take a free cider for that.
But you haven't offered anything in trade.
Good conversation.
Was this a good conversation?
That is the question, isn't it?
All right, take your cider.
Thanks.
What do you? An
do
argument?
you want to stand there with your cider awkwardly, or do you want to?
I really like that idea.
Okay, well, you stand there with your cider awkwardly. Tug's gonna walk into the magic treasure chest, and you walk into a room, Tug, where there seem to be some weirdly large items, things that seem out of place. They don't look like they were, I guess, meant to be there. Like they appeared in the room and they were too big to move, and someone just left them there. But you see a sign on the wall to the left of the chest, and it says 50 gold pieces for a prize.
Okay. Can I pull out my crystal ball of truth?
Sure.
All right. I want to take a look at the room, obviously.
Okay. What are you looking for, I guess, is what I need to ask you.
Well, one, if I can just, if there's anything that would go unnoticed, like someone invisible, or if the room is magical, the chest is magical. Those pieces are probably prizes that came out that were too big and nobody carried away. So, I just kind of want to inspect if I find anything magical.
So you can tell with your crystal ball of true sight that the items left in the room were left because they, yes, were too large to move out. They were too heavy, but they are magically enhanced. Like they have been grown to abnormal size using magic. The same sort of essence of magic that is emanating around these items in the room is emanating around the chest. But you can't see through the chest. You don't know what's in the chest. But, you know that the reason these items are here is because of the chest. With your crystal ball of true sight, that's what you sort of divine from looking at this room.
I'll be right back.
So do I see a six-sided die?
You see a six-sided die, some sort of token, and then you see what looks like just a big cylindrical sort of dot, and then some sort of giant coin.
And they're all too big for me to be able to pick up. I can't roll the die.
You can try and pick them up if you want.
Could I try to roll the die?
Sure.
Okay.
So give me a strength check to see if you can pick up the die.
Not very strong.
What'd you get?
14.
14? All right, you managed to pick it up, but you kind of had to put it down immediately because it's so heavy. It does roll, and it lands on some sort of crescent moon shape.
Okay.
Nothing happens in the room. There's no chime, or it's just a giant wooden die.
Can I try to flip the coin?
Sure. So just putting your hands on the bottom of this coin, you can tell that this is already way heavier than the wooden die. And the wooden die was pretty heavy.
Okay.
Like you're thinking to yourself, this is going to be a true challenge to get this thing, my fingers even under it, or your claw and fingers under it.
No, I don't want to.
Did we learn what was in the chest? Sorry.
Not yet. He's flipping stuff.
I don't want to lose a finger. I'm not going to risk that.
Okay.
But I can't see in any way that these would relate. And I have got a coin, a medallion, dice.
Yep. A medallion, a coin, a die, and some sort of like game piece.
Mahjong game piece.
Very good.
Yeah, see, they all seem like, that's what I was thinking. They all seem like game pieces.
You notice that 50 gold pieces for something out of the chest is a bit of a game itself. There is no vendor here. There's just the sign on the wall and what looks like a little coin slot.
It's a giant gumball machine.
All right, I guess I'm going to be a big spender.
I got some money. I'll put it in there if you don't want.
No, he has a lot of money.
No, I think we all need to come together and split 50 gold pieces. Good Lord.
Oh, that's nothing to, what is it? Blib does pull-ups. So. You once told me you grabbed 10 pounds of gold with a hand.
I'm not made of money.
I mean,
you just have people that are slaves to you. I'm sure you got money. You have a plantation.
I'm going to spend 50 gold.
Okay, roll a 1d6 for me.
Is that the one that's a square?
That would be the one.
Yes, a cube.
I got
Got a what?
2.
Okay, and then roll a 1d10 for me.
I got a 1.
Okay, so a small shard of black stone sort of floats out of the chest and then comes towards you, and you sort of hold out your hand to accept it. And you can take it if you want, or you can leave it. So on the wall beside you, instead of the page that says 50 gold coins, you see it sort of mirror away, like mirage away, and you see that it says 10 gold coins to roll again.
Yeah.
Can I put my 10 gold coins in?
So when you're over at the gym, yeah.
Oh, sorry, forgot.
So
I'm
what do
gonna
you?
go for 10.
So
I'm
you
gonna
get
do-
okay. So roll a 1d6 again.
6.
All right.
Oh, hey, wait.
What?
Do I not get to keep my black shard?
No, that's what it was saying. Is it's offering in a exchange here. So it's saying you can either keep the item, or you can put the item back and go again for 10 gold pieces.
Oh, well, no. I just want to keep my shard.
Sure.
Okay. So if I take it, that's it. I got it. It's mine.
You got it. Yep. The chest closes, and the 50 gold pieces sign remains on the chest. So you have this small black stone in your possession now.
Can I inspect it? Can I look at it through the crystal?
It's
Anything?
yes, but it will take you like an attunement in order for you to discern what it is, or for you to give it to someone who's knowledgeable. Your mic's close again to your mouth, Dad.
Okay.
Okay. Would Tyrell be knowledgeable? Can I find Tyrell?
Yeah, you can find him if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off to find my good buddy Tyrell.
All right, he's standing awkwardly with his cider in front of the barkeep.
Man, I haven't even had a drink yet.
Are they sitting there just staring at the popcorn?
He even had a drink yet. I'm just imagining you just standing there looking at him holding this drink for a good 5 minutes now.
He has been standing there the whole time. His cider's warm by now.
That's the way you want it.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't give it to him.
What's up?
Oh, great. Beer nerds.
Hey, buddy. You mind?
I don't know you, good sir.
Right, not talking to you.
I put my hand up too, although it's just a nub.
Good God! What happened to your hand?
In a minute, I'll tell you. He's been nice to me. I'll tell him the story later, but I want to hear from Tug. Seems like an emergency.
You want to set your beer down and take a look at this for me, please?
What am I taking a look at?
Well, I just got this black stone, and I have this feeling that I'm gonna have to study it for a couple days. But I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
God, I just have to. Your character, Jared, has the most like dead eyes I've ever seen. Like you're just soulless.
That's pretty accurate. Do you have it on you?
What? Yeah. I told you to put your beer down and reach out and take it.
Well, I started to say like, well, I have two hands, but I guess I don't. So
You reach out with your nub. You're ghost handing. You're totally ghost handing right now.
I'm still getting used to it. I'm sorry. So I set the beer down and I grab this. Nothing I've procured. I don't want to say procured. Nothing I've prepared can help me. Can I roll
Perception?
wisdom? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with a bunch of angles on it? Sorry, I had to make a joke like Josh did. Josh was better. Ooh, wow. All right. So roll an 18, and I get a +3, so 21.
So you being an artificer and knowing your sort of trinkets, you know that this is some sort of shard of an annihilation sphere.
Oh, shit.
And you don't know the full extent of its power or what it might do, but you know that it can be used as a weapon, and you know that if mishandled, it can also be a dangerous thing to the user.
Okay, so right now, no one knows that but me because it's in my mind.
Right.
I never seen anything like this before, Josh. Doug. Just kidding.
I've taught you so well.
So, Tug, what do you got to say? He said he's never seen anything like it before.
Okay.
What?
Okay, I'm just kidding. No, this is a very dangerous item here. You have it's a shard of annihilation. Like they're using this in the wrong hands could be the end of many lives. Like we need to be careful with this.
Don't tell Billy Banger.
Who? Oh yeah, no, don't tell Billy. No, you don't tell Billy.
Billy's over at the church, but his ears are burning. He's
He knows. He knows we said his name.
So
If you say my name 3 times, I will appear.
Oh my god, I want to build a character around that now.
So Tyrell, you're telling me this is the shard of annihilation. What is that? What does that like mean? How would I go about using this, or do you need to craft it into a?
What do you want to use it for?
What? Well, is it not a weapon? You just told me it was a weapon.
Yes, you could use it as a weapon. The consequences are dire.
What? Well, what are we looking at? What's the consequences? Like, what? And I'm gonna take the stone back now. Like I have possession of my stone.
No, yeah, I gave it back to you as soon as I saw it. I didn't want anything to do with it.
Like, what's my damage here? What do we? I don't want to be like getting the hiccups and walking around with it and then destroy the universe.
Yeah, and I'm listening, and I go ahead and pick up my beer and take a drink.
It's a cider.
I'm gonna call it.
Even though I'm 2 buildings over, I just scream real loud, "We're getting ready to fight a dragon!"
And for some reason, yeah, something's like tingling in my ear, like
On top of the table,
we really need to fight.
the person who graded you runs, stands on top of the town rock, and says, "People, they are about to fight a dragon. That is all."
So, Tyrell, that's all you've got for me? Is that it's a shard of annihilation of a spear? It's a spear shard of annihilation.
Mhm.
Are you saying sphere or spear?
I heard spear. Is it not like?
People of Deetwood.
It's now a spear.
Did you not say? What'd you say, Christian? I thought you
Sphere.
told me it was
Sphere.
Oh, sorry. I thought
You're fine.
spear.
We're in the town of misunderstanding.
We're gonna jump to conclusions.
Spear. S.
Oh, man.
S.
W.
Yeah, this is not happening.
Did you finish spelling sphere?
Is that a PH?
It is.
Ranger Steve, let's check in with you.
I was serious.
Well, I drank my drink, listened to Tyrell talk really boringly to the barkeep. Sort of dozed off for a second. So I think I'm gonna head out and go to the ruffians.
All right, so we catch up to you and Stalker here. You guys sort of walk in the main entrance, and when you walk in, you notice there's a sort of raised mat or stone plinth, some sort of platform. But on said platform, there are 2 people engaged in some sort of wrestling.
It's Tybo.
They don't seem to pay you any attention. They're definitely engaged in grappling.
Is there anybody like watching? Like a
Well, it sounds like you guys are watching.
like a sensei or something?
Just these 2 guys. There's nobody else in the gym at the moment.
Okay.
The entire room is almost the pedestal that they're standing on. If you're gonna eat, can you put your mic on mute, Dad?
Is there one of the guys that's clearly winning?
So the guy with knives for hands is winning.
Tug.
He's
So I'm gonna
got
try and get that guy's attention. I don't want him to kill the other guy, but by accident. But I want to try and get his attention.
So he's got the other guy in like a full Nelson, and he sort of whips around, and he sort of peers out from behind the distressed face of the other wrestler and just gives you a eyebrow raise like, what do you want?
And I'm gonna compliment him on his rear naked choke on the guy, and then I'm gonna say, we were new in town here, and just wondered if you might have a little bit of a conversation here, so we can learn about your town and the surroundings.
This is for fighting. We do not talk here.
All right, I want to do a front flip, land on the stage or on the mat. whatever this raised platform is.
It's a plinth.
So go ahead and give me athletics check. It's a strength roll.
Jitterbird ball, never choo choo. Let's do the strength trail.
Is he wearing a grass skirt?
It's chainmail.
Oh,
21.
Dang, man. Yeah, you do the
we're slaying the rolls tonight.
do your front flip. Describe it to me.
All right, I'm gonna pull my hood back, and then just giant front flip, land in like a superhero pose. Land so hard that the ground kind of cracks a little bit below me.
The guy who had the other one in the full Nelson throws the other one to the side. He sort of rolls off the mat, and he turns to you and says, "Finally a fight." And I need you to roll initiative.
11.
He rolled a 17. So he doesn't even give you time to really gloat that you pulled off an awesome front flip. He comes right for you and tries to grapple your legs. So I need you to do a check for me. See if you evade his grapple.
Any modifiers or no?
This is strength modifier.
Oh, God. Keep giving me strength, buddy. I'm at 19 now.
What'd you get?
Did you hear me?
No,
Oh, did you hear me?
I did not.
Oh, it's a 19. Strength is my best modifier.
So he goes for your legs, and it's almost like a dive. You manage to dodge out of the way. You kind of expect him to just hit the mat and sort of face plant, but even he sort of lands on all fours and kind of spins around, and now he's going to try and come from behind and get you in a full Nelson. So I need you to try and succeed another strength check.
7.
All right, so this time you feel his powerful arms reach up underneath your arms and wrap around the back of your neck, and you are firmly in his grapple. It is now your turn.
Can I step up and clip him in the back of the head with the hilt of my sword, like try to knock him out? Boom.
Yeah, if you want.
That's what I want to do.
All
I
right.
think I had it, but okay, whatever.
So he's right behind Ranger Steve. Got him in the full Nelson or whatever. Yeet, stay upright. His knife hands are in the way. So you want to come up behind him and knock him in the head so he doesn't see you coming. So go ahead and give me a D20 roll to see if you break his armor class.
Not with a 5.
I mean, he could have bad armor class, but he doesn't.
He's not wrestling with his shirt off.
No. So he sort of hears you coming from behind, and he quickly turns around with Ranger Steve, and you sort of pump fake. You know, you realize that he's thrown Ranger Steve into sort of the line of fire, and you don't want to hit Ranger Steve, so you sort of pull back, and he looks at you and says, "Cheater!"
Well, I didn't know there was rules. I mean, you started attacking, and all he did was jump up.
When you enter the ring, you fight.
Okay. So do I gotta slap Ranger Steve's hand so he's back in?
It's up to you. You don't know the rules. The only rule you know as of right now is you step up on the ring, you fight.
So he's not up on the ring yet. Am I in like touching distance to him with my foot?
Yeah, you're on the corner. He's still got you in a full Nelson, but you can definitely reach out with your feet.
Okay, no, I don't want to tag him out. I want to run up Strider and do like a backflip, try and get over this guy.
Okay. Give me
Athletics, probably.
yeah. Yep. Another
So
strength
I'm
check.
gonna help him if I can. I put my arms out or whatever to push his feet up over the top.
Sure.
13.
Go ahead and roll again with advantage since Stalker's going to help you. So if it's higher than 13, take that. And if it's lower, take the 13.
18.
All right, so you take the 13, or the 18, sorry. And then, so Stalker sort of holds out his hands and gives you the nod, recognizes what you're trying to do. You sort of put your foot out there, and he lifts you up, and with the combined effort of his thrust of the hands and your jump off of the foot, you sort of do this backflip over him as he loses grip on you in the full Nelson. And now you are behind him. It is that was your first, so you still have another action.
I'm gonna do a sweeping leg kick.
All right, give me a D20 roll. No modifiers.
3.
So you go to kick his leg, and it's like kicking a tree trunk. It does not move. He just sort of turns around and chuckles at you. And it is his turn. He sort of pulls back a fist right by his ear. He's going to roll. 7 doesn't break your armor class. So he telegraphs his punch way too much. Big and slow. The fist goes right by your head. You manage to dodge it, no problem. But you feel the force of the fist going past you, and you realize that you really don't want to get hit by that. So he then is going to try and uppercut you with his left. Does a 17 break your armor class?
Yep.
All right. All right. He catches you right in the jaw. You take 5 damage, and you're knocked prone.
Jesus.
It is.
So is his back to me again?
It is, but it's going to be Ranger Steve's turn one more time before it gets back to you, Stalker.
Okay.
So Ranger Steve, what you want to do?
I want to do one of those cool, like, jump up to my feet, from the back.
Bruce Lee Kung Fu.
Yeah. And I want to yell out, "It's morphin' time!"
All right. So your bark skin sort of creeps out or over your skin and creates the armor, your power suit. And your oak flesh is now pretty intimidating sight. He says, "Maybe now even." You still got another action.
I just want to get in a defensive stance and just taunt him a little bit. One hand, like, "Come get it, bitch."
Stupid tree man. He just sort of says to you, Stalker, you got one opportunity here to do something, one action.
I'm gonna bull rush him. I'm gonna put my shield in front of me and bull rush him. Try and knock him off his feet by running into him from behind.
I know your character has a shield, but do you actually have a shield?
I don't think so. It doesn't matter. I just want to run up there and crash into him from behind and try to knock him down. That's all I'm trying to do.
All right, give me a D20 roll.
Shit, 6.
So you go up to tackle him from behind, and again, you just run into what feels like a tree rooted in the ground. He sort of, as you wrap your arms around him and sort of move around to try and get him to budge at all, he just sort of laughs and says, "Now, fun start."
Now he's like twice the size of us.
So it's now his turn. He's going to grab your hands, and he's going to sort of pull them off of his waist, and he's going to turn around, and now he's going to try and grab you. So I need you to make a strength check to see if you evade his grapple.
Me or
You.
Oh, okay.
Stalker.
I didn't know I had my hands on him. Oh, gee, their things are just getting better. I got a 1.
So he wraps his arms around your waist and picks you up into the air. You're fully grappled now, and he, on his next action, he's going to squeeze you. So because you're already in his vice grip,
I'm gonna yell at him real fast and say, "If you'll just let me go, I'm gonna run of here. Go look for some Gatorade or something." Clearly, I'm not supposed to be here today.
No run. You're mine. 10 damage.
Am I facing him?
He has you in a bear hug and in a vice grip, and he just squeezed the life out of you. You can like your back arches as he's squeezing you tighter and tighter. So 10.
Do I have an action? Can I do anything?
Nope. It's gonna be Ranger Steve's turn now, and then once his turn's over, it's back to you.
All right, I'm gonna do a flying chuny chop, right in the side of his neck.
All right, give me a d20 roll.
What's a chuny chop?
Oh, 20 without a modifier, so straight up 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
All right, roll double damage.
What's it for? Just like hand-to-hand combat? What's the dice?
You're unarmed. We'll say it's 1d8.
Wow.
4, so 8.
8 damage. Gotcha. All right, so you judo chop him right in the neck, and he drops Stalker onto the ground. Stalker, you're now prone on the ground, and he sort of puts his giant oven mitt hands on his neck, and he again turns around to you and says, "Good hit." Stalker, it is now your turn.
When he turned around, I was gonna like stick my thumbs in his eye socket.
You notice from this fight so far that he seems to give attention to whoever attacked him last. Pretty single-minded attack strategy. At this point, the rest of you in the town
I'm gonna jump
can...
on him. I'm gonna try and jump on his back and choke him out. I want to try and jump on his back and throw my arm around his windpipe and start to squeeze.
Okay. What is your strength modifier?
3.
Okay. All right. You managed to get your arms around his neck, and you're on his back.
Okay.
So you've got one more action. You can try and attack him. Whatever attack you do will land because you have him grappled. But it'll have to...
Yeah, I'm just going to squeeze. All I'm going to try and do is just prevent air from getting into his lungs.
Sure. Give me a 1d8.
Hang on. It continues. I got a 1.
I think you and Ranger Steve have opposite problems right now.
Well, let's hope. I don't want him to flip, but I have a feeling it's going to flip. That's how my rolls usually go.
Because Ranger Steve's been at a solid 19, 21, 20, and you've been at a 7, 1, and
Hey, I had a 3 and a 4.
All right. So as you choke, he just sort of flexes his neck muscles, and it appears as if you are choking something that is immovable. But it does do a little bit of damage. He is, tensing up from the strain of you and your entire weight on his neck, sort of pulling back. I believe that is now back to his turn. He's going to try and break free of your grapple, and he manages to do so. I built a check for you, by the way. I'm not just saying he broke free. I took your strength and 8 and added it together to make a check for your grapple. So he sort of clasps your hands on his neck and sort of crushes them to the point that you release. You sort of drop down again behind him. And this time, instead of turning all the way around, he's going to try and do this like weird whirlwind punch thing where he's going to stick both of his arms out and try and hit you both at the same time. It's a dumb move, and he's going to take disadvantage for it.
Like double arm punch.
So he just twirls around in the air like a tornado and doesn't manage to hit either of you. You both just sort of chuckle to yourselves, internally or externally, up to you, but whatever you just witnessed, it's kind of funny to see a giant man pirouette like that. But it is now Ranger Steve's turn. By this time, the rest of you in the town can hear quite a commotion from the gym.
Is he facing towards me or away, or is he still just spinning?
He is just spinning at the moment.
All right. I want to stick a leg out.
Okay. Give me a D20 roll with advantage.
17. My
All
strength
right.
is +4, so I'm not rolling amazingly.
I
but
know,
my
I know,
strength-
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you break his armor class, you manage to trip him, so you knock him prone. Takes a little bit of damage. Go ahead and roll 1d4 for that one, just for the force of the fall.
Because he
4.
was dizzy.
4, wow.
Yeah.
So
It's
he-
the first time I rolled.
He's levitating.
All right. So he lands straight on his face, and it's a huge thud. You guys feel when he hits the ground, like your feet actually come up off the ground a little bit when he thudded on the ground. It doesn't look like it's going to be easy for him to get up, but after that multiple spinning tornado attack that he decided was a good idea, you trip him up, and he sort of lands flat in front of you. You still have one action, Ranger Steve.
All right, I want to just do, just a knee drop right in the back of his neck.
Oh, dang. All right. Give me another attack with advantage. No modifiers, just D20, unarmed.
Can I take a picture of it? Because I swear I'm not lying.
What did you get, a 20?
19.
All right. You break the armor class?
We're so fucked when we face this dragon now. Like, oh my good roll. Guys.
Roll a D8 for damage.
4.
All right. You come down on the back of his neck with your knee, and you hear the breath sort of leave his body. Just like Patrick Mahomes got his body sort of, his spine extended there in the last game and went unconscious.
I still don't see how that happened. Like, he didn't get his head hit at all, like, and he walked up all woozly. Like, I had no idea what happened.
All the news today said that he had
Like, his whole body was dragged along by his head.
Right.
Yeah, all the news today said there was a pinched nerve or something.
Yep.
Yeah. it
Sorry,
happens. I'm like,
I didn't mean to detract us, but yes, that's what it went through him.
Well, you got way too topical there. Don't do that.
I broke.
we talk about sports. We're gonna jump on.
I was trying to make it relatable. But you hear the breath leave his body on the exhale, and you know that he is unconscious. The other person who is thrown to the ground sort of gets up from their dazed state of being thrown off the stage and says, "Did you kill him?"
No, I think he's just knocked out. You want to go?
No. I guess you're the king of the hill now.
What does that entail?
You have to stay on this rock and defend it
Game on, bud.
All right. While you are staying on your rock, we'll catch up with Billy in the chapel.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside the chapel. Is there anybody in there?
You step inside, and there is only one person inside. Your best pal, the one who greeted you at the door and has been proclaiming things from the moment you spoke them.
Oh.
He's standing behind the plinth pedestal, and is sort of has his nose in a book at the moment.
Ooh, what you reading there?
A book of many things.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Is this your local chapel that you pray at?
Indeed, it is.
Yeah. Are you the minister, the priest?
I am the priest. I do declare things in this town.
Oh.
The people depend on me to keep them informed.
Of course, of course. And would you like to declare things from that rock?
Absolutely, the speaking rock. Where
the
else would you
speaking
have
rock.
me speak from?
So if somebody is to speak from the speaking rock, does that make that law?
It makes it so.
And anybody could do that.
Anyone can do that.
Okay, well, you keep reading that book. I'm gonna head out to the speaking rock.
Very well. So you head out to the speaking rock, and although you are small, it does look like it's climbable.
I'll climb it.
Make your way to the top of the speaking rock, and you are on the speaking rock. You can see some of the townsfolk sort of stop and acknowledge that you are on the speaking rock.
Helm is the one true God. There are no other gods except for Helm. All praise be unto him.
So
The one who stares into our hearts.
So I immediately just like get this tingling all the way down my spine. And I'm just like,
And I climb down from the rock.
there is heresy being spoken. Lies, I say. Lies, I say.
the bartender in the tavern is just kind of looking at you like, okay. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I turn. I go to follow. I'm gonna find these lies.
So Billy, the people all acknowledge, and even the minister comes out and says, "It is law."
Oh, and this law cannot be changed.
And they all sort of, say in unison, and this law cannot be changed.
He wasn't on the rock when he spoke that. I'd like to say he already said he climbed down.
Are you out here now, Tug? Have you?
I don't know. I don't know how he heard any.
I'm
I
out there.
I thought you were in
I'd
game.
like to know how he heard stuff if he's all the way inside of the bar. Sitting there eating popcorn and trying to have a drink with Tyrell and talk to the bartender. That's just crazy that he has some sort of tingling.
give
Billy's
me
up talking.
give me a tingling check, Tug. A perception check.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah, that was
Are you
real.
sure?
That was real quick.
What a 12 plus. There's got to be a plus something.
I don't know. He's got all those feathers. Is that blocking any?
I guess
of the
this would
sound
really
that gets to him?
be more insight, but it's the same check. It's still wisdom, so.
Oh well, wisdom. That's a plus 3. 15.
You notice that Billy is probably saying something that could get you into trouble, but those sort of senses are always tingling, and this doesn't seem to be an occasion where there's more of a likelihood that he's doing active harm to you or others. So while your senses are constantly worried about Billy, it doesn't really send up any red flags.
What is your name, Mr. Blue Cloak?
I am Mr. Blue Cloak. So says he on the speaking rock.
Everybody, Mr. Blue Cloak is now, he's going to be called, Mr. Mark.
I am Mr. Mark.
And Mr. Mark will now praise Helm in the chapel where you all worship Helm.
Follow me, good people, to the chapel where we will praise Helm, he who watches. So there's a congregation of probably, I don't know, 10 people
I
or
will
so.
join.
They go into the chapel.
So if this guy's following whatever we say, and then everybody follows whatever he says, get this guy to tell everybody they're supposed to help us kill the dragon.
All right, everybody, let's sing a good old Helm song. Come on, let's bring them hands together. Glory, 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 hallelujah, our Helm. Ooh, glory, ooh, glory, glory, hallelujah, our Helm.
So they're
Is everybody singing along?
Oh yeah, they're pretty into it. It took them a couple.
I'm kind of doing this little dance. I got my hands above my head and I'm shaking them and I'm dancing around, just hopping from side to side, trying to get these people stirred, trying to get some hearts moving, some emotion flowing, because you can't learn about the spirit of Helm without emotion affecting how you.
Yeah, so they're into it. They don't have somebody with quite that level of panache typically. They're excited to be part of something.
Oh, let me preach to the people now. Oh, Lord, Helm will stare upon you. Bring forth now what you sow, and monetary value. Helm will bless you further.
So, what did you change his name to?
Mr. Mark.
Mr. Mark comes back with a basket and is going down and stands in front, and people sort of one by one are coming up and dropping things in the basket of monetary value.
Look upon into your own self, but look onto thy neighbor. Get your money, come back, it's gonna come back tenfold. You put that money in the basket, it comes to the church now. And the church is going to prosper and prosper unto you because you have sown a seed of faith.
So, with the earnings, Mr. Mark comes up and sort of lifts up the basket to you, and you see, there's some odds and ends, but you come away with probably 13 gold pieces.
Wood chip.
Awesome.
He's gonna pocket it and walk out.
I do now, church. Now listen here. I do have to take this money here. I'm gonna bless it. I'm gonna bless this money here. Helm, we gotta trust in Helm that he will put this money to work for us, because what you sowed in a seed unto him, provide tenfold. You can't just go out into the field now and expect a carrot to grow. Now you gotta plant that carrot. You gotta plant that seed. And then more carrots will grow. That's what you're doing here. You're planting a seed of faith, and we're going to reward you monetarily at a later date and time.
I want to know why Billy suddenly took on a southern accent.
He felt it.
When you're praising Helm, it just comes out of you, man.
Yeah, I guess.
That's what the people need. You gotta hear the word.
Thanks, Josh.
Praise unto him. I feel the anointing right now. If you feel the anointing, please give me a hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, now, y'all, church service is over. Now you'll come back on here next week, and you can expect your blessing. So
the group sort of stands up and maybe hesitates for half a second to see if there's some sort of song again or something, but then they start to shuffle out.
Was there anything besides gold that I found in that?
Yeah, about 25 what seemed to be worthless wood chips.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna plant those underneath some of the seats.
Okay.
Take them over. They spend really well over at the tavern.
I'm gonna put them underneath the seats because when they come back next week, they're gonna feel a little bit of the blessing.
All right. Yeah, you spread them around, and Mr. Mark helps you do it, and there's wood chips under each and every seat.
Now, Mr. Mark, this is how we plant the seeds. They have brought forth the seed to us. We're planting the seeds now. It's going to grow. You got to have faith. If you don't have enough faith, these seeds won't multiply. That's how this works. if it doesn't multiply, your faith wasn't strong enough.
I believe in you and Helm.
Now praise be unto him who stareth unto us.
Praise be he who stares.
All right, I'm gonna get out of there.
All right. So you're out. The town seems a little bit rejuvenated. Maybe a little bit more pep in their step. But
The wallets are a little bit lighter.
yes. I don't know who this is in the forest, but they're going away.
It's a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang out in the town square, and you can
All
jump
right.
to somebody else.
Let's jump back over to Tyrell and Tug here. What you guys up to? Still drinking your warm cider and
I take my second sip.
all right. Really pacing yourself.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Tug to let me know what he thinks.
He just stands there menacingly.
There he goes.
I'm still confused. All you told me is that I have the fear of annihilation, or yeah, but
Shard.
you didn't-
A shard of an annihilation sphere.
Oh, we
but
were
you
both.
didn't you didn't give me any real life information here, buddy. Like, what am I supposed to do with it? How's it work?
All right. Take 2 steps back. What do you mean by real life?
Well, I have it. Here it is. Now what do I do with it?
That's pretty compelling. You should again not let Billy know about it. Keep it in safekeeping. Wait, who has the?
I don't
bag-
know much about this thing of annihilation, but can you not do it in my tavern?
I'm a paying customer. I still have a drink. I'm drinking.
Keep it safe. Keep it secret.
With it still held out in my hand, I turn real quickly to the barkeep.
Ah!
I laughed.
Thanks, good. I guess I'm going to atone to it, so I'm gonna go.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go sit down and study my.
2 days later.
You're gonna, hold on. What are you gonna go do to it?
That's.
Is it not a tune?
It is a
Yeah, is
tune.
that what you
It's
said?
the first time you said atone, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but if you
How come the blue guy didn't run out on the rock and
I'm atoning to
now
this.
I'm going to atone?
Is a good idea or not? I didn't care about the pronunciation.
where would you like to attune to this, Chug?
Oh, yeah.
There
There you go.
you notice as you come out there is an inn here to your right.
By the way, this is the best town we've been to yet.
I guess.
We're just all winning.
Careful
Yeah.
now. I keep rolling ones.
I guess I'm gonna go into this conveniently placed.
You come in and it just says community housing. Take a bed. There's no one there, but there's the sign.
I've seen some videos like this. I'm definitely gonna lay down.
Okay.
I love how your dad is the one who me.
So you are laying down.
All I can think of is Hans and Franz with their. You guys don't remember the commercials?
I was thinking Hans and Franz from the other people that we met earlier in the journey before you were here.
Oh,
I'm Hans and I'm Franz.
All right, so you are going to have to, so you are attuned to Jane's Bane at the moment. You'll have to undo that so you'll be able to attune to the new item, but that means you'll have to reattune to Jane's Bane later to use it.
Oh,
Deetwood.
really?
You can only be attuned to one item at a time.
But you can attune to as many as you like.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's worth it. This one is a sphere of annihilation. So yeah, I guess I'll go with it.
Sphere of
Shard.
Annihilation shard.
You're just gonna destroy the entire town.
If you jump
only-
into it.
Tyrell,
only
you still sipping on your?
Small things.
He has not moved since he got to this town.
Are we back to Tyrell?
Yeah, we're back to
Finish.
Tyrell.
He's finishing his second.
You heard something about Tug wanting to atone to something, and then he ran out.
I assumed he meant a tune, and I saw him run away, and I thought bad things, but I was mostly frozen in fear at what may happen next. Where the bartender?
Oh, you look at him, and he looks at you like, "Are you gonna throw something at me?"
Oh no! I look at my drink now, and I see I have at least 6 drinks left. But I go ahead and just gulp them all down in one go.
He just sort of makes a disgusted look on his face.
And as I slam the glass back down, or the stein, whatever he did hand me, onto the tabletop bench-looking seat thing here, I do apologize. I'd rather enjoy and the wonderful taste that he's provided, but I'm afraid something terrible is about to happen, and I go ahead and run out of the bar.
You hear him say something along the lines of "beer nerd" as you run out, but you run out.
I just like the fact that when you're running, you keep turning around to check if something else was happening.
But yeah, you notice that Tug went into the community housing. You go in, and he's just sort of meditating on the bed there.
Very Ghostbusters-ish. Is he floating?
He's like kind of propped up. It's impressive. It's like a sideways plank, but with just one arm. But he looks oddly at peace.
Not quite a Sigourney Weaver.
No.
Okay. Then I'll wait. I'll just study for now.
Okay, you're gonna stand at the edge of his bed and just study him then. Sure, you hop on.
I have another announcement I need to make. Measurements will now be measured in gnomes.
So
instead of leaves.
Running out of the chapel is your good old Mr. Mark. Just immediately copies what you're saying and announces it to the people.
All right, I get back off the stone. That's all I really need to say is they need to start measuring stuff in gnomes so that way everyone, using the same type of measurement units throughout all the land.
Sure.
We don't want one person using gnomes and another person using millimeters. How are we ever going to build something? Am I right, Tug?
We should to the metric system.
We all need to be using the same.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be measuring stuff by gnomes and not by millimeters.
Not by leaves. Yeah.
That communist measurement.
So you do notice that, like described, there are leaves constantly falling from the tree above. That's probably where they got the measurement idea from.
No, it would make sense to somebody who only lived here, but we're a new culture we're traveling through, so I gotta.
Yeah, that's what the speaking rock is for.
By the way, I more than 1x'd my goal. I'm pretty happy about that. I had like 8 gold pieces. So
you got a lot of followers to helm too. That's big.
Well, let's be honest. They're both important at this point. both important.
We'll jump back to Stalker and Ranger Steve. At this time, the big guy is kind of coming around. You hear groggy noises as he sort of rolls over and sits up. He says, "You hit good."
Well, I correct him. I say, "Well, you hit well."
Good. You king of hill now.
Propane and propane accessories.
I knew that wouldn't go by without.
Boom.
You.
I'm gonna, since he's like the king of the hill now, I'm gonna.
No, you
and then I'm gonna run
both
over
king
to
of hill. Must fight to determine winner.
All right, I'm just gonna step off the ledge.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna step off the edge too. I was gonna go next door and buy a 50.
You both step off at the same time, and he sort of looks at you stunned, and immediately jumps on the stage, and says, "I king, I king!"
And I clap and say, "Congratulations!"
Thank you.
And then I look at him and I say, "You hit good."
You fight me.
Another day is what I say. I say, "Thank you very much," and I head out the door.
All right. Ranger Steve, Stalker, where are you guys headed?
I was gonna go next door to the
room full of barrels.
no, the over to the 2 doors down.
The magic chest.
3 doors down to the where the chest is. Sorry. I'm gonna go in there and spend 55 gold or 50 gold pieces and check out the chest. See what it gives me.
All right, roll a 1d6 for me.
Is that the square one?
Yes.
5. Woohoo! Like nothing else tonight.
All right, and then roll a d4 for me. What'd you
Oh
get?
yeah, back to the ones.
Just a 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thing that raises out of the chest with this bright, shining, godlike light is some sort of parchment with golden ink upon it. Bound in monstrous hide, trimmed with bone. It looks like a spell book.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The monstrous book of monsters.
So
As
on
I'm
the
looking at it, is there? Can
Yep.
I tell him right away?
it looks like a spell book of some kind, but you don't know what its contents hold. It has like a metal sort of latch on it, but it just floats there. And to the left, you see the parchment has shifted from 50 gold pieces to 10 to roll again.
No, I'm gonna keep what I got. Do I get the feeling that that I might be able to learn something from this book, or do I get the feeling that I might have to take it to somebody else
So
to translate?
The moment you pick it up, you open the clasp, and inside it has as you flip through the pages, there are a couple different spells. So there's we might jot this down, or I can send it to you over. I'll send it over Discord.
Okay, but I got a pencil, so.
Wait,
So
are these spells in a book, or is this like a scrolls, like actual spell scrolls?
This is in a book, so this is in a spell book. So
I saw a charm person, and I thought it said Parmesan. Like my mind. Words.
It is the village of confusion.
No,
No,
they're not
it's-
confused. They're now saved.
Yeah, and it's Deetwood. It's not the village of confusion until somebody stands on the speaking rock.
Well, not everybody knows that that's what you can do.
Right, there's very few people that
How do I
realize
get
it.
where I can see the Discord?
You'll have to exit out of the. It's okay. It's
So if you're inside the Discord app on a laptop, you see where it says it's got the pound signal and it says general or hashtag. If you're young blood, you see hashtag general
Oh, yep,
under
I
text
see.
channels.
Hashtag general, yep.
Yeah, click on that.
Phone sign.
So if you click on it, it should pop back up,
I
and
forgot you guys said
your
all
game
this.
chat should go small. And then if
Okay.
you click if you go to where the game
Charm
chat is,
person,
you click
earth
game
trimmer,
chat.
fall- Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Ranger Steve. You want to do anything after leaving the gym?
What's this barrel building?
So you look to the very square-looking building, and on the outside, it just has a sign that says barrels.
Do I see Ranger Steve outside looking at this building?
You do.
I'm gonna run over towards him.
You are now both outside of the
Yeah, cool. What's up,
building that says barrels.
All right, I'm gonna go inside.
dude? I'll follow.
All right. You guys step inside. And the moment you cross the threshold of the
Oh,
door,
no, I fell.
you hear somewhere from underneath the barrels in the room, sort of hard to tell where from exactly, you hear a voice say, "Welcome to the barrel shop."
There's a character under there. I'm gonna be so pleased.
Can I help you find what you're looking for?
Yeah,
What
what
are
do you have on the
barrels?
bottom?
What? Sorry?
I'm looking for like a bottom barrel, maybe.
Bottom barrels, top barrels, round barrels. We got them all.
Yeah, do you have any barrels on the bottom I could look at? Bring one
Yep,
out?
it's a self-serve kind of shop in here.
I'm gonna start making a mess and just tossing barrels randomly.
All right, you notice some barrels are lighter than others, some are heavier than others.
If I can't quite push one over, I'm gonna give it an attempt and then kick
Sure.
it in spite.
Yeah, you manage to, move the ones you want to, and the ones you can't, you kind of leave alone, but they all make different noises when you sort of hit them. Some seem to be stuffed with maybe foodstuffs of some kind. Others make different sounds. It's hard to distinguish what's in all of them, but it's kind of a grab bag in here.
Can we
I'm
open
gonna
up these
try
barrels?
What's in the barrels?
That's a good question.
That's the trick. I'm not entirely sure myself, but I sell the barrels. You can't open them before you buy them. You gotta buy them first.
Do you think Tug has that true scene sphere? Do you think he could help us out in here? Figure out which barrels are good?
No magic trickery in here. I see you pulling out an orb or something here. I'm gonna kick you out. If I can
Where are you at?
get out of these barrels, that is.
And what's your name, sir?
Bob.
We'll see about that.
Can you go on the rock and say there's magic allowed inside of the barrel shop?
No, I don't know, Bob. Can we see where you're at? I'd like a friendly face. Go along with the barrels.
To be honest, I'm not sure where I am either. I've been surviving off the stuffs inside these ones next to me. I can't tell you how long it's been. I haven't seen the daylight
you've
in
been
at
opening
least.
the barrels. You've been opening the barrels and eating.
Well, they are my merchandise, and they were beneficial.
Rules for thee, but not. Let's see how this is.
It was either that or die.
What does that mean?
I've been stuck in here, and I don't remember what the sun looks like.
Well, if I help you out of there, will you give me your heaviest barrel for free?
Absolutely.
And if he helps you out of there, can I get your lightest barrel?
You fellas got yourself a deal.
Okay.
Where do you
All
want to
right.
start?
Barrels.
You heard him. Help him out of there.
I think
I'll start.
this is a good time for us to stop tonight.
I just like how if he does the work, will you also give me?
All right. Good session, guys. Yeah, a lot of progress made. Kind of.
You guys finally got to learn what kind of preaching that Billy does.
That was great. Good preaching.
Yeah. It actually, that kind of a preaching actually occurs in churches across America. So I wouldn't attend those, but it does happen.
All right. Good session. I'm curious to see what else you discover in this town or what rules you make before you go.
I was hoping something more exciting would happen when I beat the fuck out of that guy.
You're the king of the hill. What do you mean?
Well, he's not the king of the hill anymore.
Well, yeah, you both submitted at the same time. I don't know why you would give up your title.
Well, I was just glad you let us step off of it. I thought it was gonna be a thing where once I won, I could not be removed.
Yeah.
So I was gonna try and beat him off of this. Too.
No way, man. He wants the king of the hill. He'll take it any way that's given to him.
But I'm glad, yeah, because I didn't want to be stuck up there. I just assumed that's how you're gonna spin it.
I hope you gathered he's probably not a master strategist. He's just, in it for the the win.
I'm liking this Deepwood. This is pretty nice.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
crazy how you came up with all this stuff.
you guys
Just
came in
another
here
town to
and
destroy. I mean, hell.
you guys came in, started asking about a dragon, quickly lost track of what you were doing, and now are
This has become our favorite town. I mean, I've heard, there's a certified Church of Helm that's here, so I can do my praise and worship.
I mean, while you are the only person that really understands the speaking rock at the moment, I'm surprised that you were as, I guess, easy on the citizens of Deetwood as you were.
Oh, you gotta listen. It's about saving souls here. It's a long game. You gotta make little changes along the way. Bigger changes may or may not come.
Well,
And then we got to get out of town
I'm
with enough time to save our own
truly
skins.
looking forward to next week's session to see what more you guys do in this town. So
I was just reading through the spells. Some of them are really good. I'm assuming I can read and cast them myself.
yeah. So in the instance of this spell book, how that's going to work is it's a instant use for you, so you can use it at any time, but it will burn that page of the book. So you can use the
So I
spell,
only get to cast it once.
right? But it doesn't take up any of your spell slots, and you can cast it at it like any time. So it's essentially just a bunch of free spells.
What level does he cast Magic Missile at?
1. All those are level 1 spells.
So
I believe.
Tenzier's floating disc is actually pretty nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is
You
the
can load up.
secret.
You can load up a bunch of stuff on there, and it follows
Yep.
you.
It'll follow you for an hour, or you can do the secret unseen servant. It'll
I
do
have that.
basic
I have
stuff.
that spell. So, and Charm Person.
Yep. Charm person, sleep, cloud fog,
Yeah, some pretty good ones.
all good.
I didn't expect Tug to get what he got out of that chest.
That's because Tug is always stepping his game up and
What does it
being
do?
shit.
I think
I
it's
think he meant in a good way.
I think it's very fitting too. It's like it's weirdly fitting that the thing that
He
came
got
into
that.
your possession was a shard of a sphere of annihilation, because that's what TPK'd you guys way back in the day. That Tug survived. So
Huh.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
So Adam, you'll like this. We once were going through a thing, and Josh, so he couldn't play for a little bit, like probably about an hour or so. We found this room, and there's this book, and so I got up and started reading this book, and it said some stuff about how to figure out the room, and I said, hey, yeah, just run through the Black Mirror. And so Jared said, yeah, guys, we should just run through the Black Mirror. Everybody ran through the Black Mirror, and we all died.
Wonderful.
And then Josh came back, and he was stuck in the other room and had to figure out the rest of the puzzle to save us.
yeah, without the book or any of the other clues, because those also went into the Black Mirror with you.
Nice.
Yeah, we just
That's why
took
I
off.
said. That's why I said I'm always pulling their ass out of the fire.
Yeah, but what they ran into, the key to that story, was a sphere of annihilation.
Gotcha.
And I used
Instant
a
death.
random item generator, so it's even crazier that even showed up. Like those were
I mean,
not.
Christian gave us some pretty good hints to not go in there. Like there was, dark images of ourselves doing weird things in that mirror, but obviously Billy got a hold of the book and said, hey, you should go check out the Black Mirror.
Yeah,
I wasn't there for any of those hints or anything. I just walked in and you guys were heading into the room.
I just read the book. It didn't say anything about doing that. I just made it up.
but Ranger Steve pushed Leonidas in a chair into the Black Mirror and then followed her.
And then walked in himself. It was great. Instead of if you would have pulled Leonidas, that would have been great. But oh well.
No, that's great. Cool. Good,
I
good
finally got a
session.
chance to preach.
Yeah, it was
That's what
great.
it's all about. That's what it's all about.
I was glad you took advantage of the speaking stone. I mean, you even thought to ask the question, so I was just gonna have the stone be there, but you asked the guy who obviously is using the stone all the time. So
Oh,
You think the
Mr.
people
Mark.
you think the people in Deetwood are tired of the rules changing all the time every time he jumps on the speaking stone?
They probably don't get a lot of company, so it may be a form of entertainment. I don't know.
Could be.
I just like the fact that you can just say someone's name is George, and that's what it is. The citizens of Deetwood, it is so.
That's why I'm saying I think they're all just nodding yes, but then they're rocking. They go, yeah.
Yeah, maybe this guy's like deranged. He's the town crazy, and you're just now following him. But whatever it was, they're indulging in your fantasy if it is one, because they went through that whole service and gave you donations and everything. So
I'm sorry, what did you say?
First guy that calls me Francis gets his ass beat.
what is that from?
Nothing. I'm just saying you can't. Don't go changing the names of everybody in the because you.
No, it's a nice challenge for me to remember what I what I called them originally, and then what you, especially when you changed whatever Jill's name or whatever it was.
To Jill. Jill went to Dill.
And then back to Jill.
Yeah, but I made it go back to Jill, so we didn't forget.
Right, but I forgot. Once he said Dill, I erased Jill from my memory, and then I couldn't remember what she was called.
She'll go back to being called
whatever she previously was to Dill.
Yeah, that's what I pretty much said. I was like, whatever her previous name was.
She is the artist formerly known as
by the
Prince.
way, worship of Helm is not a fantasy. It's a true religion. He's a real god.
I wasn't talking about
It's
your
actually a
religion
children's story.
as a fantasy. I was talking about the deranged ravings of Mr. Mark as fantasy.
Okay. By the way, his name came from Maker's Mark, which I'm staring at. Right now, so. I had to look around the room. I was going to call him Mr. Chex Mix, but
that'd be pretty good too. I wouldn't have forgot that one.
Tasties.
Well, cool,
right.
guys.